Right. Hello. Hello. Yes. Microphone.
Hi.
Oh, microphone's over here. God damn it. At least it's hearable. We can.
We are distant. We are far.
We can move it.
It's fine. We'll just do that.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll just need you to stand up a second, Dave.
Where are you going?
Oh, just pop in here. If I could get you to hold that for me, please.
Barry White in the microphone.
Barry White.
I have one of these at my setup and I forgot it don't lock in.
What I need is
Turn
I
it
just
upside
need
down.
one here and one over there.
Yeah.
So that I
Can you
can.
remind me I may have a spare one because I bought several arms over the years.
Just be glad I can't sing, so I'm not even tempted to try.
It's always the way of pulling it down so that it can slot in.
Struggling to get the hole there a little bit.
We're in.
To me, to you, to me,
Oh,
to you.
There we go. We're in. We're on. We're live.
Put it right. Put it right in front of the camera.
Live. It's fine. Nothing to see here.
It's all right. We're a well-organised,
We're all fine.
well-run organisation.
Yep.
Well-oiled machine.
To be fair, it would be boring if it weren't.
It would have been fine over there because I think it picks up well enough, but
Depends on
They might have struggled
Yeah.
with us
yeah.
two
Would you gate?
because we're facing away
Just
from it.
catch
but I
forward.
can project
I can
Yeah, but you're
project.
projecting the wrong way.
off of Bulwark's shiny forehead.
Well, I was going to say I've got a shiny head at the moment. This is post-COVID look, you know, can't be bothered.
As you do.
Yeah.
Right.
I've got no excuse. I've been looking like this for years.
This has been my chic look since 2000.
The hair's supposed to change style.
The hair since 2000. The beard's only 2020.
Oh, Georgie saw a picture of me the other day with Peter when he was not even one. And she's like, "Oh, Daddy, when's the last time you shaved your beard?" And I said, "I don't know, 6 months ago." And she's like, "Hasn't really grown much." And I go, "Georgie, that was 6 years ago. I've shaved it completely off about 8 times between now and then." She's like, "Oh, it just doesn't really grow that much, does it?" It's like, "Oh, bless you. That's not how hair works."
You'd be on the floor if it was.
Right. Take us away, Ross.
Yes, Ross.
Cool. So, welcome back to Wild Beyond the WitchLight. Last week you arrived in thither. Or not last week, 2 weeks ago. We
Yes.
took a COVID
We
break.
took a COVID break.
Yeah.
I think when we all realised we were sick after the last session was probably a sign.
Yeah.
But 2 weeks ago, you arrived in thither. You noted that thither was very different from hither. It was sort of very large, very foresty,
Yeah.
and also everything there seemed to be old. All of the trees were big, they were all old. You went exploring. You found a man called Nib, who was serving his penance, and he spun you
Oh,
gifts
the gifts, yeah.
made out of gold.
We were going to send the children there, weren't we?
You were going to.
No, we got sidetracked and went back in there with you two having true sight.
Ah, you saw everything.
Yeah. You saw everything in the inner workings of that factory.
So you went and found a fairy ring. You danced with the mushrooms, or the Tempesti as they're known here.
Yes.
Two of you were granted some true sight mushrooms, which you immediately ate. Decided to go back to the cave. You did find some draconic-esque prints on the way up, so true sight wasn't completely wasted. Went back to meet Niv, saw the extent of his torments. I think you very quickly backed out. Decided to keep going travelling. You ended up spending the night in a giant spider's nest by the name of Yarn Spinner, who read you Shrek, I believe.
Yeah.
Was the fairy
Shrek was
tale.
the story that was decided upon, yes.
It was a good story.
There is a sequel. being read tonight, but I don't think you're going to be able to get there in time.
Right, we're going.
Finish this guy off.
Yeah. You
Um,
shut up. We've got a
story.
book.
We've got tickets.
Banish. Right.
You've then carried on travelling. You found an enlightened tree by the name of Little Oak that was hiding Will of the Wild, who was the outlaw that you had been collecting the various wanted posters from. So there was the standard one, there was the French one, the German one, the English
Mexican
one,
Cowboy.
the
Got
Mexican one,
unicorn
the
suit out of
cowboy
it.
one. Yeah, so you realised that he had several kids with him, that he had broken out of, I forgot her name now, the hag responsible for this level.
Skagatha Christie.
Oh, that's not good.
Skabatha Nightshade, or Skabatha Christie, as she's better known, and he was planning on another assault to break more kids out. The kids he was with decided that they wanted, they were trying to speak to the unicorn to see what help they could get. Will of the Wild was very against this
He
plan.
was a little bit too against the plan, I think, is why we decided to go with it. Don't look behind the curtain!
But yeah, so you
This
decided.
is going to turn into a full-blown Peter Pan scenario where he's the kidnapper.
Yeah.
But yeah, you decided to take their unicorn suits that they were planning to use. You stole from some orphans. Hope you feel good about yourself.
Steal.
Borrowed without permission. You did have permission.
They gave us permission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You replaced the wooden unicorn horn with the real unicorn horn that you had acquired at the expense of Elor's sanity, for lack of a sanity.
Wasn't much of it, but
What little remained.
Gave it up willingly.
You travelled to the Wayward Pool, where you spent some time sort of trying to cross the pool, very sort of unsuccessfully. The water was unswimmable.
Very sinkable.
Very sinkable. You decided to sit and wait by the bank. After a while, a unicorn approached you, and as the unicorn approached, a orc jumped out of the bushes, threw 2 knives into the unicorn's neck. The unicorn disappeared in a big puff of light. The orc was a bit perturbed, to say the least, that his quarry had just disappeared, and I believe we're going to go straight into combat because
that's what we do.
That's how we roll, baby.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, I don't like these dice at all badly. We're going to get proper dice out.
the good news for you is Chelsea are now 2-0 up, so I'm in a very good.
Yes.
So I go.
6.
Marius.
5.
I thought I rolled badly. Elor.
16.
Hey, there we go.
Pretty curse.
And Aktan.
20.
Alright.
These dice are rolling terribly. Getting a proper ones
Give
out.
away, give away.
Oh no, I'm holding on to them, but I'm going to get proper ones out and roll them.
Oh no, we got the wild magic here as well.
Do we?
You are in a... Yes. You are in a wild magic zone. So, Aktan, you are up first.
Oh, I thought I had blessed. No, that's a cleric thing. It's Bane that we're looking at. Oh, I'm like, oh, okay, no need to be mean. Hop. It's 5 foot. 5.
I know we have a wild magic too.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
The Fey wild magic.
There you go. 5. 10. 15.
Getting the sort you.
Yeah,
Getting the
I'm
old mage
I'm
between you.
hiding behind you. And then in between your legs, I'm going to point a finger at the rogue, and I'm going to cast a level 1 spell called Bane.
Cool.
You're going to point between his legs and laugh.
You can also roll a d20 in addition to.
I will do. So my roll of d20 is a 13.
You are fine.
So Bane, I require, so at level 1, a charisma saving throw of 13.
That's cocked. Fail.
Oh! 14 on the dice and he failed.
Okay, right, alright. So,
Beats it.
so that means now he has a negative
Lose a
D4 to attack and saving throws.
That tells us something about his wisdom.
Charisma.
Charisma, sorry.
Charisma, yeah.
Charisma.
Not.
I mean, he is an orc after all.
Well, yeah. He's not the
It's
most
us
charming.
half orcs that are the handsome ones.
Not the most
He's an
charming
orc that
people.
tried to kill a unicorn. I should tell you everything he needs to know.
I don't think I've got anything that
Oh
works.
yeah, and we have status rings as well.
I don't think I've got anything that works against charisma, unfortunately.
Oh.
Don't know how I feel that thing. There you go.
You can still.
Oh, you can see it in a minute. There we go. Cool.
Well, that's wisdom.
Magic effects.
Okay, so I
He
forgot I
has
had these.
been deigned. They are really useful actually.
Yeah. You haven't got the concentration hat.
The hand of concentration.
Right, and I'm just gonna backtrack a few feet this way. That's my 30-foot movement. So basically I've gone in as you
Yep.
and I'm done.
Cool.
Da, 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 da.
So he
Think.
is going to take a legendary action.
What?
He is going to turn invisible.
I have one in too.
Oh god.
Oh, but you won't know where it is.
Oh.
I'm
So-
just going to put this
No.
here so that we know where he was.
That's fine. He is no longer. Well, Elor.
Ooh. Oh,
Where's our true strike?
Hmm.
We get any more mushrooms?
No, you
Sadly, not-
chugged
we've
them
already-
immediately.
we've already
Yeah,
used
that's
them,
tasty.
sadly. And so I could try to cast Detect Thoughts, but now he's gone invisible. I can't see him.
It's only a disadvantage.
Lots of spells require you to
Oh,
be
I
able to
just like,
see.
yeah.
Yeah, it requires sight. It says
You've got
basically.
sight.
So can't see him.
Could you see him before with your cataracts? I mean, just
I mean, it's still a blurry shape.
I mean,
that you probably think you can still see him, so you can try.
I don't need to see him. Suppose this man just suddenly disappear. I'm immediately going to turn tail and run and cast Shatter behind him. I'm going to move back like 25 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then just where he was.
So casting shatter here.
Yes.
What's the range?
Rate 60 feet. In
No.
a
The
Radius.
10-foot radius sphere centered on the point. that's being
yeah,
cast,
okay,
you should
it's
say,
not
for
gonna
it.
hit. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So that is
Us.
that is a Constitution save, DC 13.
If he's within it.
Yeah, that's
If
it.
he's within it.
Yeah,
He hasn't
yes.
moved yet. What was
You
that?
see him shimmer as the shatter hits it.
on that is a pass.
Half as much damage on success one, so.
Oh, but he still takes them off.
So he will
does.
become. He hasn't moved. Yeah. His action was to turn invisible, not
now
to
he's like,
move.
standing like, fuck.
It's like a chameleon. Yeah. You know,
that
if I
is-
stand still, I'll hide.
That is 12 damage.
Well, because he took that wasn't his turn, he just took a legendary action.
Yeah.
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 So, I shall turn invisible.
Oh,
Oh, bugger.
they'll never suspect me to stand in the same space. I mean, it is a sandy beach, so we'll just see the.
Yeah. True,
That's
actually.
actually true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is my turn. Just terrifiedly run away and just cast that behind me.
Cool. All right, that's my turn. It's his actual turn. So he's going to move behind Elor. No, behind
Yeah.
Maris.
There is no behind in D&D.
No, there isn't.
That's
So,
Iger.
Yes.
Cool. So he is going to try and attack you.
He will most likely succeed.
And it's got minus d4. So that's 14, 19 to hit.
You brought a 17. Damn.
Yeah, that hits.
That hits. Cool. So you, I suppose he jumps on your back, but he doesn't. He's sort of standing slightly over the back of you, and he sort of gets the knife and holds the knife to your throat. So you are grappled. And you take 6. You take 9 points of slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then he is going to try and stab you with his dagger for his second attack. 13 to hit.
That misses.
Bane pays off, I think. Because, you rolled a 4 on the D4.
Yeah.
Cool.
I
I go.
totally meant to do that.
You are essentially in a headlock with this assassin.
Cool.
It will be an action to try and break the grapple.
Except I can still attack him in melee.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. So I'm going to go into a rage. And as I turn towards him, I'm going into the bestial rage with the tail. I'm basically just going to turn my head up towards him and say, "You're in my house now!" I'm going to recklessly attack. Just borrow a
Yeah,
D20.
go for it.
For a critical hit.
Would you like to remind the viewers at home who are playing along what kind of crit rules we are playing with?
Crunchy crits.
We're playing crunchy crits. So, that will be...
So you
automatically maximum dice roll
for one of the
for
dice,
one of the
and
dice.
then normal dice.
Normal dice.
Yes.
So it's a normal
So
roll plus the max.
He'll be taking 15 plus this die. D12 plus 3.
No, so you roll double the dice, it'd be 12.
Oh no, sorry.
And then a D12 plus 3.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
Yeah,
that
yeah,
plus this D.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15
Plus this dice.
So, 21 damage total. Slashing.
Impressive. Pretty good.
That is, slashing. Stop rolling.
Yeah, he does not look happy, but he takes it.
Check the range for that.
Yeah, and then that is me done for now.
Marius.
Basically,
I just turn and swing the axe into his gut.
So, what do we think? Come on, do we think?
He did decide to take on
Is the Bane just attack rolls or saving throws as well?
Both.
Ooh.
Yeah, I may have
Free
thought that was
casters.
Marius,
nice-
not
a
Igo.
nice level 1 spell there.
I am going to cast Frostbite on him. Can he please make a Constitution saving throw?
Can you roll a D20? That's a crit.
Oh,
So he saves.
okay. 2.
That's twice.
Roll a D100.
Oh, okay.
You're in a wild magic
Oh,
zone.
Yeah. It's
oh.
like, I think, a 5 and 20
42.
chance.
Yeah, so
I didn't roll one.
what's about to... Oh, shatter.
Shatter.
Yes, so you will need to roll one.
Right.
So, different parts of the Feywild
Has
are
different-
different levels,
Yeah.
and where you are,
18.
fine. The check is
Different.
pretty low, or pretty high, depending on your point of view.
Okay.
42.
Good to know.
Your spell will go off, but see if you can get the reference behind it. You turn into a potted plant until the start of
Oh
your
no,
next
not
turn.
again.
While a plant, you are incapacitated and have vulnerability to all damage. If you drop to 0 hit points, your pot breaks and you revert, and your form reverts. You are a pot plant for...
How many hit points does a pot that have?
100. So you...
That's a very beef potted plant.
It's not made out of terracotta, it's made out of titanium.
I guess I'm not moving then.
No,
Pick 'em up,
your
throw
spell
it.
will go off. though.
Yes, but I didn't move
Yeah,
before I
you-
cast it, so that's me done then, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Pick the
Your
plant up.
druid just turns into a pot plant.
Ah, pick it up and smash it in the face.
Do you know why he says not again?
42, oh no, not again. It's in the book, it's because it's Arthur Dent killing the same reincarnation again and again and again.
I'll give you inspiration because you got the reference.
Oh, come on, 42, oh no, not again.
Yeah,
Not exactly.
that's got to be planned. But cool. So, one of you is a pot plant. Act out.
in this case, as a druid turning into a pot plant, oh no, not again, may actually be appropriate.
Yeah.
Ha!
Do you cast more spells, please?
Yeah, why not? Thing is, after you got this? You sure?
I'm fine. He's gonna realise what it's like to wrestle with a pig in its own pen.
I'm hoping that you could deal something with him because I ain't got a freaking clue.
It's until the start of his next turn.
Yeah.
That's why you can't break him out early, essentially.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm
That's why the
going
hit points are
to.
so high.
I tell you what, I'll do a level 1 chromatic orb.
Does mean I've got no reaction for a turn. Basically.
But I think what I'll do first though, 5. How big are you?
A pot plant, I'm going to be
Tiny?
tiny.
Yeah.
So if I stand there, I can shoot over you.
Yeah, yeah.
Very easily.
You pull the things like pew!
No, even as a Harrington, it's sort of like, oh, I need to crouch
And
behind
then it suddenly just kind of goes.
I'm a potted aspidistra. Now, if you can give me where that reference is from, I will be very impressed.
Oh no, the DM's gonna get inspiration.
I said I'd be impressed. I didn't say I'd give me anything for it.
It's not the pot plant at the beginning of the Red Dwarf book.
No,
It's,
no, it's nothing to do with Red Dwarf.
I don't know.
That's to do with the TV program.
Right.
You're possibly too young for it.
Is it from the League of Gentlemen?
Nope.
What is it?
No.
If you're too young for it, then
I need to remember what the program was called now. I think it was called the Adventure Game, something like that. And basically, it was people. It was a team had to kind of escape.
what was that Crystal Bees as?
It kind of.
Oh.
with the headsets on.
No,
No.
no, it's not that. It was. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
roll
you
for
carry
that.
on with your thing. I shall.
That's 11.
Oh, proper!
That was always on a 9.
You are just fine.
Okay. I'm going to choose cold damage as I shoot a chromatic orb straight at him.
What was the roll to hit?
I haven't rolled heat
Right,
yet.
okay.
No, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 plus
Got
whatever
that
it is.
plus would do it.
5, so 20. So 3d8 cold damage.
Yes, it was called the Adventure Game. I was right. On BBC Two between 1980 and 1986.
A little bit before my time.
Yeah. But the
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
it was like the people were on like a space station and they had to escape, and that they had to do all these games to escape, and the head of the space station was an aspidistra in a pod.
19 cold damage.
Oof.
Take that! You ugly
3d8.
skunk. Yeah.
Is upcasting it, is my guess.
3d8 is.
First level?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We are 4th level, that's the first step up in damage on a lot of things.
No, that's a range spell, not a cantrip.
Sure, it's 3d8.
So cantrips are the ones that go up with levels, not
Yeah, 3d8 standard at level 1.
because you upcast level spells.
Level 2.
Anything else from you,
No.
Elor?
It's 48.
Oof. I'm very shocked at our druid suddenly becoming a potted plant. So I'm gonna move.
Oh, it automatically
forward.
censored it for us. But yeah.
I'm
Pot
gonna
of cloud.
cast a firebolt at him.
The
Roll
weird
to hit.
pig
Yep.
dog butler.
That is 20 to hit.
Natural 20 or
No, dirty.
Yeah, that will hit. So roll a d20 as well.
That is the
16
Adventure
on
Game.
the dice.
Potted aspidistra.
Yep, you're fine.
And then 1d10. There's 4 fire damage. And then I'm also gonna try and pick up our druid that's suddenly become a potted plant and try and move him back a little bit out of the way.
Make a strength check.
You try to pull
Oh,
a weed
no.
out. You try to pull a weed out.
Natural 20. That's 19. 19!
19!
You go to pick him up and you go, just throw your back out.
Yes, you can pick the pot plant up.
Hey!
So
So I
you
try and
move
move him back.
forward 2.
Yeah, and so move back another 2. Just try and a bit out of the way, you know, just so he's.
I'm
you're
going to look at you going, that's my cover!
Covering fire.
You don't need cover. He's wrestling with a scorpion man, practically.
Cool.
That is my turn.
At the end of your turn, he's going to take another legendary action
Oh,
to disappear.
come on.
In your
Except
arms.
you know exactly where he is, because he's got a hold of me.
You just see yourself.
He's going to
right
drop the hold of you.
Uh-huh.
So he's going to move away because it's his turn. So you can take an attack of opportunity. You will be at disadvantage because
But it'll even out because does this reckless still count from?
No, it's first
No.
attack. So
no reckless is attacks.
yeah.
Yes, but just because
It's
you
your
attack
first.
reckless.
It's your first attack in your turn.
It's not your first one. It's
It's
all
all of
yours.
them. But yeah, it does not apply to reactions. I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Okay.
So an attack at disadvantage.
I am going to choose not to,
Okay.
because I have another bonus action I might want to take.
Fair enough. So he is going to move, and he is going to go behind. He's going to reappear because he's going to try and grapple you
I'm
this
like,
time.
I'm like here
It
and
just
just
grabs you by the ears.
Yeah.
not cool.
That's an 8 at advantage. I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Sounds about right.
Actually, it's even less.
Yeah.
That's 5.
I'll be like, miss me, now kiss me.
Oh crap!
He's going to try again though. He gets 2 attacks. That's 5.
Bane.
Wow, this is not going well.
Even the nines.
I go.
Help.
Hey, I'm not done with you.
Take me away.
That would be a 15 to hit.
Miss.
That is a 15 to hit. Yeah, 15 to hit. Cool. Carry on.
Marius.
I guess I'm no longer a plot pot.
Yeah, at the start of your turn,
Oh, God.
you pop back up, and I imagine sort of drop out of the wizard's hands.
Personal
So-
space.
Is he still invisible?
Nope.
That 6 seconds as a planned plot was like 1,000 years.
I imagine it was quite cathartic for a druid.
It's like the whale in
Hitchhiker.
Hitchhikers. Oh, what's going on here? Oh.
I'm going to the nice ground thing. What shall I call it? The ground.
Yes. Oh.
Hello, I wonder
Hello,
if you'll be
friend.
friends with me. Hello, ground. Bill Bailey is the whale. It's phenomenal casting.
Can he please make a wisdom saving throw?
At this rate, no.
He is now paralysed.
3.
So that was hold person. He is now paralysed.
This is not going well for him.
He gets to make a saving throw every. At the end of its turn, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. Then that is a concentration spell for me. So
Oh, yeah.
Well,
So, paralysed. A paralysed creature is incapacitated, so... Oh, I can't do anything. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. Any attack that hits the creature is a critical attack if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature.
Right, everybody.
Oh.
Just hold your action.
we like that. Make the most of it because he gets another saving throw every turn. So
Is he held even if he takes damage?
yes, he's paralysed.
Ah,
It's
right,
just-
okay.
He needs to
Marriage
pass
doesn't
the
Until his
save.
next turn.
Magical
Yeah, yeah,
paralysis. Paralysis.
Cool. Sweet.
So, Actan. He needs to save before Igo's turn. Otherwise,
Does he have a go before I go turn?
Yes.
he
Yeah,
does.
that's
Yeah,
what I
he
mean.
goes. So it's Actan, Elor, DM, Igo, Marius.
I don't have any.
Oh, D20.
Oh, yes.
Pot plant here.
19.
You're fine. Is that what we
Becomes a terrarium.
The problem I got though is I don't have any 5-foot attacks.
You got dagger? I think?
As I say, you've got. Do you not have a sword of some sort or a melee weapon? If not,
Cast
then
a
you've
spell.
really rolled up your character wrong.
No, I've got dagger, but it's not great.
I think he should cast a spell, personally.
I think you should too.
I think you should absolutely cast a
I
spell.
would do.
Don't forget, he can't take actions or reactions, so he
I'm
can...
going to go this way.
Yeah.
Get away!
Well, you should have attacked before you moved.
He's gonna spell attack.
I'm a
rather
spell
than-
attack.
Yeah, but it's attacks within 5 foot that do crits.
I mean-
And he can't reaction because he's paralysed.
It would only be a dagger, though. I mean, you wouldn't get too much. Versus what I'm pretty sure Igo's gonna...
I have to hit him first.
Oh,
I mean... you have advantage. His AC is
Reckless
not...
attack with this.
No, you only
Uh,
get one.
It's like double advantage doesn't counter disadvantage. It's just still a straight roll.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to do a
The only
combat.
way to roll 3 is to get an advantage in elven accuracy as a range.
So,
Yeah.
I am going to use
Which is one of the most
Tides
broken
of
things.
Chaos.
What does that do?
So, once per long rest, I gain advantage on one attack roll.
Okay.
Because I don't. Do I get it anyway or not?
No, because you're not within 5 feet.
You're
You're
not
attacked within
attacking.
5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do.
And
That
you may
is a
have.
magical effect, so roll a d20.
Well, you could give me a roll on the dice and I'll get that back.
Oh, absolutely, you're rolling.
I mean, we're in a place where I'm pretty sure I have worked out that it's a 50-50 chance.
Yep.
I think he wants as many rolls as possible.
Yup.
Right. Ooh, 35. I turned to a god.
Looking through the adventure game, I'm getting ideas what I could do for.
You and all creatures within 30 feet of you gain vulnerability to piercing damage for the next hour.
Yeah, it does too. It doesn't quite get you.
No.
Yeah, it's just
He
you two.
is doing slashing damage, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
He's paralysed anyway.
Yeah.
At the moment,
Okay. I'm going to roll advantage to hit him with a chromatic wall. That was a 1 or a 2. 12, sorry. So I'll take the 12, so 17.
Yep.
That is a cast of a spell, so that's separate.
That is another roll of d20.
12.
You're fine.
So it's going to be this time 48 because I did that a second ago. Just roll that in. 6, 12, 17, 23. 23 colds.
He is
Ooh,
not
it's
looking a happy
chilly
chap.
here.
Getting
so you should have tried starting something on us.
He wasn't trying to start on you, he was trying to start on the unicorn.
Well, no, he started to start on us when he noticed that we had a unicorn horn.
Tried to nick me
Hold
horn.
on. Under.
Wow, you were the ones with it out.
You had your horn out.
Ancient Japanese recipe, old wizard horn.
Human horn, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
But all humans have a secret lower horn. Hello.
Right. So I'm going to move up to within 5 feet of him. That's 10.
Yep.
And I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp.
That's what I was looking for. A different spell. Isn't it?
With
Advantage.
With advantage. So roll the roll the.
Both are going to happen, so it doesn't matter what order you
Yeah.
roll them in.
Well, that is a 4. Oh dear.
Cool, okay, so you will be rolling a d100.
But first I'll get.
Might as
You
well
can do the
roll the
attack
kit first, yeah.
Yeah. So that is oops, a 6 or 12. So 17.
That hits.
Woo! And that is 2d8.
Auto crit.
Auto crit.
So 8
it's-
plus.
It's
Eight
8
plus.
plus.
10 electric damage.
And that's why we do crunchy crits.
Yeah.
As he shocks
You just
his
reach out and go, cough please.
Yeah. Please be heard. And then, yeah. I guess I'll roll the
Yeah,
effect.
now they're all the wild magic.
You kind of go up to him and just.
In the nose.
Shuffling along the sand in his slippers.
So that is 88.
Ooh.
Ooh. And if I can, I'm going to try and move 20 away.
Roll a d4.
Oh no. 2.
You cast fly on him.
But he can't move.
Yeah. So You cast fly on a random creature. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh no.
Because it can't target you.
Yeah.
So,
That sucks.
he can now fly. Assuming he can move.
Oh god.
We need to keep
I will
paralysed.
run 20 away. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's 30 movement.
I'm sorry!
Wait, we don't know that, do we? Or-
Fly's a concentration spell, isn't it?
Yes. So you are. Yes, but he won't be concentrating.
No,
I think
Wild
it's because
magic.
it's a wild magic effect.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but I just think
Otherwise, he could just drop concentration.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Anything
That's-
else from you?
That's my turn done.
My turn. So, what do I roll?
End of the turn, I think it
Yeah,
was
it's the end
wisdom.
of the turn, wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, but that's your action.
No?
I believe that's a negative number.
That's a 0 on the dice. That's a 2.
That's a fail, I'm afraid.
I go.
Oh boy.
So you have advantage.
God, I go.
You know what?
Go on.
I'm not going to recklessly attack this time. 16.
Hits.
Not 16, 15.
Miss.
Yep.
I wonder what his AC is.
I will then... Yeah.
Ah.
Marius.
So, I actually have a sword. And I'm just wondering if it's worth
I
doing that.
think you should cast a spell.
Well,
I vote spell.
a spell is actually a better chance of hitting.
It could just be a cantrip.
I would
Doesn't
like
have to be
well,
to
anything.
claim
you
no
know,
responsibility for this.
I'm going to cast Primal Savagery, which is a cantrip. So I'll go 5, 10, 15. And I'll make a attack roll, which will be advantage. 20 to hit.
Hits.
An auto crit.
Yeah.
So it's D10. So it is 15 acid.
Roll the magical.
17.
Yeah,
And then I shall step back from
it
it.
does not. He simply disappears.
He melts!
He is
He
dead.
melts!
But, so you. What exactly did he do to him?
Primal Savagery. You channel primal magic, cause your teeth or fingernails to sharpen, ready to deliver a corrosive attack. Make a melee spell attack against one creature within 5 feet of you. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 acid damage.
So you bite him, you see him fall, but he disappears as he falls. There is
Does he
no
suddenly
body.
puff and appear in the forest behind us? He resets just like the unicorn does.
No. But yeah, combat is
damn
over.
it.
His body is somewhere, but it isn't there.
Just saying.
Can I cast Detect Magic as a ritual? Trying to figure what happened to it.
Roll a d20.
Oh god. 4.
You don't
Oh,
roll a
is he
4,
one of
don't
those?
you?
I do. Well, multiples of. Alright. Oh, god. Alright. 43. Oh!
It's not 42 though.
For the next minute, you can teleport up to 20 feet as a bonus action on each of your turns.
Achoo! Oof. Oh, where'd he go? Like
Wait.
Nightcrawler.
So, can I just
Rent a ghost, Mrs. Popov.
try and teleport over the water of the lake? Just like boop, boop,
How
boop, boop,
far
boop.
can you teleport?
20
20
feet.
feet is what it is.
Oh, no.
Oh.
You'll fall in, so you'll teleport 20 feet
Feet.
out and then
And then
fall in
fall
the
in.
water.
Oh, I can't do it like that.
Which, of course,
But you would then be able to teleport out of the water. So you won't be sinking to the bottom every
You
time.
teleport above them, and then as you drop, teleport again.
There are ways to make it work.
And then you'll be on there on your own.
Yeah.
With a pretty angry unicorn, I'm assuming.
Well, I don't know. We killed the. Possibly killed
It's all the way over
person
there. It
who was-
might not have seen what happened.
It
might think we're in cahoots.
is a virgin, but
By choice.
Yes, just
Yes,
not his.
yeah.
By divine choice.
Okay, so you are out of combat. You are still on the banks of the wayward pool.
I'm going to shout across to the unicorn. Did we know what the unicorn's name was?
You didn't exchange pleasant.
Barry.
No.
Well, I was just wondering if the kids knew what his name was, or its name was.
They haven't had the chance to exchange.
Frank.
Hey,
That's your
Mr.
rock.
/ Mrs. Unicorn person, we killed the guy that tried to kill you. I shout as loud as I can across the lake.
You come in peace.
Shoot to kill.
Oh.
I like to shoot first and ask questions later. What's happening?
It's now 2-2.
Desmond.
Luckily, combat had ended, so you are.
It's not like you could actually have done anything about it anyway.
That's why he disappeared. You're not getting this fucking loot.
No, so it's written in the book he has a single potion of invisibility,
Yeah.
but I decided to give him more.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So, there is no immediate reaction from.
I'll start putting the unicorn outfit back on.
So
I'll get in the butt.
I imagine I never took it off. I was just fighting with it on.
I imagine so, yeah.
You're flinging me around in your ass.
Screw the unicorn horn back on its own.
So it is approaching nighttime as well. It's getting. You are sort of very much in twilight. It's sort of getting dark.
Let's set up camp on the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, sand everywhere, but that's fine.
Sand and crackers, not good.
Have you guys found food for the day?
We did for today.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So as you are sort of starting to make camp, you notice that there is another fire that appears sort of 200-300 yards further around the edge of the lake.
A fire.
Okay.
Let's go and investigate.
Yeah.
Investigate.
Investigate.
I put on my investigation hat.
Over your unicorn
Yeah.
outfit.
Hello. What do we have here?
I'm going to cast Minor Illusion and I'm going to Minor Illusion a ring on top of your helmet.
Roll a d20. You're fine.
12. As the ring goes over your horn.
It goes over the horn. We just cut to the other side of the face.
A big mushroom cloud.
I mean,
Right.
some of the effects are not good.
We'll start heading around to go and investigate the.
Yeah, investigate the fire.
Okay. So you come across a campsite. So it looks like it's been set up. There's a proper sort of fire going. You see the stereotypical arch thing that sort of in a pan holding onto the fire. And there's a cauldron bubbling away. And you hear the voice of a lone campestry, the little mushroom people, singing. They're sort of over and just sort of off to the side.
He's not having a bath in the cauldron.
No, he's not. What he is doing though is taking a stick of butter and just rubbing it into himself.
He's having a bath.
Oh, I was promised one.
By whom?
Yeah.
What's it? And I describe vividly the orc person.
No, he was bigger than that, way bigger. And he described something akin to a goblin.
Akin to a goblin.
Goblins are smaller.
Orcs are much bigger than
Yes,
goblins.
he was saying he was smoother than. Oh, sorry, yeah, the guy you're describing was bigger than.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. You confuse us.
I
there.
mean, a hobgoblin.
Bugbear.
But he sort of describes a goblin, and he's just sort of sitting there rubbing the butter into himself. It's sort of
Any
very-
of that spare?
I think there's more over there.
Okay, I'll go find some butter and start
Yeah.
rubbing it in my skin.
The goblin said it'll make
Greasing
me,
up.
it'll make me have more fun in the bath or something. I don't know. He didn't say what, but
Jacuzzi.
Is it going to be a very hot bath?
I don't know. I've never had one. Wizard, you can roll an intelligence check.
I don't know how bad I
Right.
feel about this.
You know what? I'm going to use my other dice, which was
Yep.
a 19, to just.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious that the goblin is going to
Oh, no,
eat
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
It's abundant to everyone.
I said, yeah, didn't need an intelligence roll.
This is
I'm
the
gonna-
Bugs Bunny in the cauldron cutting up the carrots and all
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
Should we try and make him not do that? I feel
Yeah.
kind of bad.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
We can find
I
other
turn
food.
around and stick a butter in my mouth. Like,
I don't think you'd fit, sadly. But yeah, I don't think you should take this bath. I think you may have been duped, tricked, bamboozled. What's that
well,
mean?
which one? Duped, tricked, or bamboozled?
Which, yeah,
The bu-
I think possibly the goblin doesn't have your best interests at heart.
Well, why would someone do that? That's mean.
There are mean people out there. It is sad to say,
There are
unfortunately.
people in this world who don't say what they mean to say. But we're not those people.
Oh, definitely.
I meant to say everything I did.
Corrupt.
I think if you go in that water, you won't be coming out of. I don't.
Don't come out of the water and just.
Well,
Oh, yeah, into
not-
someone's fecal
not-
matter.
not as you are.
Yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
Sticky.
Don't just make good flat checks.
Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
13.
He sort of looks at you, and he's aware of who you are to a certain extent.
Oh, the monarch.
The monarch,
Yeah.
yeah. Campestries aren't really involved in society much. They sort of
Yeah.
live in the forest, but they sort of have a vague idea. And he's like, "Oh, okay."
Sure.
Where's your parents?
I don't know. I was picked and brought here.
Picked.
Picked up.
Ah, right.
Yeah, as you have met them before, they have legs and they can move around.
This guy
Yeah, so
drove
just-
by and was all like, "Hey, do you want to get on the
Big-
back of this horse? There's some candy and puppies."
Yeah. That's what this is. And he just sort of holds the bus together. He's still rubbing into himself.
I'm still.
But we're going to have to take him home, won't we?
Yeah.
I do wonder why I go getting greased up.
He wants to wrestle.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
This unicorn suit is just becoming increasingly trashed.
I've got some of my blood on it.
Some of
His
the orc's blood, some butter.
We singed a bit as well from
It's
various
fine.
lightning bits of ice and fire and things.
It's fine. Like new.
Well,
How long ago did your goblin friend leave?
Oh, a little while ago. He said he'd be back soon.
I think we should wait for him.
Maybe we should wait for him out of sight.
I mean, that.
Just a thought.
Or I should sit here. No, that's a bad idea. Why am I even thinking about
I'll
that?
sit here. You guys wait in the trees.
I was
and I'll-
literally thinking of being an
I'll
alternative to.
I'll sit down and start having a conversation with a little mushroom
Every
friend
rabbit
about
tastes
everything.
nice, apparently.
Oh, he's very excited. Okay, if you are hiding, will you make stealth rolls, please?
I'm going to try and hide.
Okay, if you three go and hide in the bushes.
12.
Stealth. 14.
15.
I start
12.
swapping like childhood stories with
Okay.
it's a proper camping adventure.
Yeah.
And we'll
His-
start telling scary stories.
His scary stories aren't really scary. It's like the time he saw a big bird.
I look up.
It's what's scary for a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there are some giant insects that are, tiny spiders. I mean, he would be terrified of if he got to meet Yarn Spinner.
Oh no, he's
Well, he probably
amazing.
wouldn't be, but, at
He
first
told us
he would be.
a hilarious story. It was about this brave donkey.
Who effed a dragon.
Yeah. That's what I took from this.
You're off out of the way, and then for argument's sake, so 10, 15 minutes
Yeah.
later, sort of you hear some rustling down the path as a goblin appears with sort of a couple more campestries in his arms, and he gets to about there. If the campfire's say there, and then he just gets up and then looks up and says, "Oh, Hi,
Hello.
mushroom.
Still buttering myself up. I met your travelling companion here, and I point to the mushroom.
He has like 3 or 4 more of them in his
Are
arms.
they alive?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And in fact, the mushroom that you're sitting next to sort of recognises them, and they're like,
Oh, hi! How are you? Oh, you got picked too!
wonderful! Like this is the happiest day of their life. They're ecstatic that they get to experience something new. And the goblin is just sort of looking at the half orc, just sort of sitting there.
Sausage party, Tenderloin.
Hi.
Hi.
The film.
Can I interest you in a mushroom?
As a companion, an emotional support animal.
If that's what you would like.
Emotional
Yes.
support fungoid.
I'd like those ones too. And I point at the 3 in his arm.
So the rest of you can hear.
Yeah.
I imagine Igo as being as subtle as a half.
As Igo.
Yeah, yeah. Very-
As subtle as I go. Yeah.
So the mushrooms aren't getting my meaning.
No.
But I think everything else in the forest is. I'm very politely telling the goblin that we will not be eating these mushrooms.
It will not be mushroom soup for tea.
He's sort of standing his ground, just going, who are you?
And I explain my grand tales of who I am. And all of my adventures up until this point.
Cool.
Slaying of
Make a performance check.
many different things. Slayer of many things. An 11.
That was one hell
But
of
it
a roll.
doesn't. Yeah, 11.
Yeah, he's not very impressed. You're sort of your story's very disjointed. It's very back and
Well, it's
forth.
because I keep turning to the mushroom and go, oh, by the way, remember, I need to tell you this bit.
Can I try and sneak up behind the goblin, please?
Yeah,
Stealth.
roll another stealth check.
That's not going to be 5.
Yeah, so you make it to about
Step
there or something.
into
So the suddenly notices you. What are the 2 of you doing?
I'm gonna hold just for a second until he turns to look at Marius.
Yeah.
And then,
When he gets his distraction.
yeah, I'm gonna cast Misty Step and just.
You can teleport. You don't need to cast Misty Step.
But that was only for a minute, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sorry, I think it was a minute.
Yes, I'd say.
Yeah, it
that.
wasn't
yeah,
for
that
very
one.
long.
That one
Yeah.
passed.
So I do need to cast that. Well, I'm just casting next to him and then just immediately put my arm over his shoulder and say, "Hello there, my friend."
Cool. Roll a d20.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I need to do that. Okay.
Oh, God. While he's doing that, I'm going to try and cast a spell after something.
18.
You appear next to him as a plant pot.
No. You turn a plant pot halfway through Misty stepping and then you slam it in his face.
DIY catapult.
I'm going to step out. I'm
It
going
disappears from there as the wizard appears there as a pot.
to put my finger and I go. I'm going to shout.
I point my finger and go,
Why did the bard bring a ladder to the tavern? To reach his high notes. And I'm going to cast.
I don't get it.
Vicious mockery.
No, it's the laughter one.
Tasha's
Tasha's
hideous.
hideous laughter.
Hideous laughter. So a wisdom saving throw would be lovely. And I'll roll my dice as well. That's a 13.
Yeah, he passes.
DC 13,
He
Well,
got
he rolled a
20.
20. So.
yeah. Damn it. Where's Bane?
You haven't put the mask on. You haven't become him yet.
And I'm going to look very depressed now. Not funny? I thought it was funny.
You do
I think
what-
we should all leave the friends here and maybe the mushroom should be allowed to go home after our story time.
Yes, yeah. I
Well,
think we should
So,
join in.
as you teleported next to him, you tried to cast a spell on him, and you are. I imagine you look quite terrifying appearing out of the bush at night. Like,
He's scratching because he's been stood in the poison ivy.
Just the hair burst into flames just while I'm standing there.
yeah, just different bits of you just sort of slowly, or just like an imminent, like.
Only
Yeah.
you can prevent forest fires when he's around.
He's just sort of back. He sort of just puts the mushrooms on the floor and just sort of starts backing away very carefully.
Oh, so I fall with my arm around his shoulder, like get dragged away a little bit.
No, he's going to try and...
No harm. No harm. No harm.
That's more or less what he's just backing away again. It's fine. You have them. Yeah, we're all friends here.
Oh yes, certainly.
We
did.
were looking for a camp place, weren't we?
I'm gonna now get the mushrooms and hang them out around the fire, and then we're going to have a wonderful story time on Stranger Danger.
Oh wait, I wanted to ask him something.
Yeah, go for it. As he's just backing
Backing
away.
up. I'm gonna say,
Where do you keep the spices?
He said, keep it. It's fine.
you wouldn't happen to know anything about random orc that we just happened to see? It was some time ago. We don't know what happened to him, but there was a random orc. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you, sir? He was trying, nice and congenial, and it was just an old man that just randomly appeared right next to him.
Hey, Sonny.
Hello there.
Hey,
One of the Werther's original.
Right.
Oh, that one's been in the pocket a bit too long.
He's just sort of backing away, going, orc? No, don't know an orc. He don't know an orc.
There's that one there. He points at me.
You can roll an insight check.
Right. Mm-hmm. That's a 14 on the dice, but
You get the feeling he's telling the truth.
I'm gonna scoot over and I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
so
I'm gonna
15, yeah.
make some
Okay.
space and go, come join us. You don't have to go away.
yeah, we do have other food for the fire, but you were
Yeah,
planning to camp
you
here
know.
as well. Yeah.
We can tell really good stories. I know some stories. You know some stories, right?
You can make a persuasion check.
Oh yeah.
Alright,
17 plus 7.
he is going to join you for the evening, just sort of
We're all
looking
gonna be
very
like-
awkward.
We're best of friends.
What do the mushroom people eat?
Yeah, what do they eat?
They just photosynthesize.
They
Oh, the light.
they
They
don't
photosynthesize.
they don't really eat.
Yeah.
They sort of they one of them demonstrates as they push their legs into the ground and sort of they look like they plant themselves and just go, we do this and then just wait, and then they sort of look round at the sand and then very quickly sort of get back out and go, not here. Nothing good to eat here.
I think what we should do, we should have I go on one side and me on the other.
Yeah.
Just sitting very close to you. You see, he's kind of stuck between the pair of them.
So what else have you got in here? And I start rummaging through his bags.
So you find... Ooh, what do you find? So he has the contents of an explorer's pack.
Yep.
Okay.
Butter, various herbs and spices, and...
I'll have the herbs and spices.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can just take all of this and he's just sitting there like... You are
I don't know.
mugging this
I'm gonna see what it is that we can make into a meal that doesn't involve the mushrooms.
His meal was the mushrooms, so there's nothing...
What did we have?
I don't think we had anything. I think we needed to search for.
Oh.
You
Or-
can...
Are we
search-
about to do a whole 180 on this and eat the mushrooms?
No! I like the mushrooms. I'm just like, what is that, fellows?
Two of you can go
Have we noticed any
scavenge
fish
for
in
food.
the-
I think I shall go scavenge for food.
No,
You
you
haven't got-
two
have you got
stay
fishing
here.
equipment?
I'd say you two stay here with him, and then me and
Yeah, you guys
the
go
actor
find
can
some
go,
stuff.
and then you two can
Okay.
keep our guests.
So,
company.
Maybe the
nature
mushrooms.
check, you can roll it advantage
Maybe the
if there are
mushrooms
two
can
of
help you
okay, yeah, sure. Nature plus 3.
find some of their edible
That is,
friends.
14. 11 and 3.
Yeah, my nature's +1, but what's the wild was +4.
So, you travel away from the camp for sort of 5-10 minutes, and you come across sort of a patch of flowers. And they're kind of unusual because most flowers sort of go in at night, but there are sort of there's a patch of orange flowers that are still out, even though sort of the sun is setting in.
Oh.
And as you sort of lean down, you hear the flowers just sort of whispering to you, "Eat me, eat me, eat me."
Oh.
Another thing with conscience.
I'm gonna use identify on these. If that's
Cool.
The worrying
Roll a
thing-
d20.
The worrying thing is that it
Oh my
wants
god,
to
we're
be
still
eaten.
there. Oh my god.
You're not going far enough away from the lake.
Right, fair enough.
Oh, we give you
That's a
diarrhea.
5 over.
Roll a D100.
Oh,
Fortunately, you're not near us now.
yeah.
Oh, is it me?
89.
Sounds like the flight one again.
I was 88.
You become invisible for the next minute. During that time, other creatures can't hear you.
Oh no. Where'd you go?
Oh.
Where'd you go? What'd you do?
So roll a charge and die. Yeah, I can see that.
It's only for a minute, really, so I'm just going to go and find Act, and then when it wears off, I'm just going to
So
go...
Chelsea were 2-0 up, and the match ended 2-2. I will tolerate that.
I will accept this result. He says, putting away the loaded D20.
No, I'll just lie.
But yeah, I'm just going to use... It's only for a minute, right, so I'm just going to use this to prank Actan. When let it come out, I'm just going to go from behind him.
I imagine you could just sort of poke him and stuff. And
Yeah, just randomly
You're
poke
silent.
him, mess with his... Yeah,
You
mess with his ears.
strip down completely and start woo at him, and then just as you come back,
Did you see that?
Oh, no.
I thought I only became invisible when I took all my clothes off.
But yeah, you have a minute of invisibility if you want to do something with it.
Yeah, fucking funny.
I guess get out quill and ink and try and draw something on Actan's face while he's looking around.
Jamming him in the eye with this quill.
What the fuck? What's going on?
Like,
Hold still, this is
back
funny.
In, just pop back in, just like...
So the minute sort of comes to an end, and you find Elor just sort of next to you with a quill out, just like, I can explain.
I don't need to explain. I'm old and I do what I want.
Just one thing, do I look
Yes.
good?
Oh, yes, have faith in my artistic skills. I've been doing
Roll
this
an
for
insight
decades.
check.
15.
Got the quill away. Anyway, I found something. Come here.
Alright.
What
we got?
What were these plants?
Sort of the orange flowers,
Right.
and as you lean in, you can sort of just hear them whisper, "Eat me,
Yeah.
eat me, eat me," over and over again.
I'd rather you don't say anything. It makes it easier.
You did cast Identify, though. didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So at the end of Identify, you effectively figure out that they are food. They are edible plants.
Oh, cool, yeah.
After having already eaten one.
You didn't eat one.
I didn't eat one.
Oh no, sorry, that was
That just
casting a
magic,
spell.
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought it was him eating him. I got no, it's a just casting a magic spell.
Then yeah, sure. I'll pick them then and bring them back with us to the campfire.
Yep.
And check on our guests.
We've got herbs, butter, and water. We can make a really nice petal stew.
Yeah.
I come bundling in with my new makeup on. What? That's my face.
The flowers
Yeah.
are quite tasty, actually. So you can spend some time stewing them up. You can just eat them raw. But yes, you
I
can.
mean, we've gone through all the boiling the water.
So we've got the cordial, we've
You
got the
haven't.
herbs, we've got the herbs and spices. That's
But we do feed our guests as well. We're not barbarians. We
Feed
love him as well.
Ow. Yes.
He is a barbarian.
Only when in combat, dear, he says.
I don't think I've ever.
I guess I'd get, and it's got his little pinny on while he's doing the
I don't think I've ever tried Goblin. I'd have a chewy.
just look at the goblin and go.
I'm looking through the goblin at you, going, one day. You'll fall gloriously on the battlefield, and we will have quite a ceremony.
I was going to say, how does it feel to be thought of as food?
I think, yeah, as soon as we're chatting away for the evening, joking, because I asked the goblin, where's he from? What led him here, really? Trying to figure some stuff out.
Yeah, what are you doing? Where you come from? What's your mother's name?
What's your social
What's your
security
mother's
number?
name? The last 3 digits of your social security number. If you had a first pet, what was its name?
First call.
Mother's maiden name?
He just sort of looks and goes, I got trapped here a while ago with everyone else.
With
Everyone else?
Well,
When the split happened.
yeah.
Goddamn
So-
fog.
Is in lots of
Trapped
lots,
in hither, or the
lots
or,
of
yeah.
non-natives to the Prismere were in the Prismere.
But they're now
When-
stuck here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, getting out of the Prismere is very difficult. So you had to leave it then, or find
So
some
not
other way.
necessarily trapped in the Feywild, but trapped in the Prismere within the Feywild.
There are obviously ways to travel. I mean, you travelled from the normal realm to
Yeah.
here, so there are ways of travelling between realms. And he doesn't really know how he got here, but he knows that he came here and he's just sort of been hiding out in the forest for a while.
Yeah,
So
but you
that's
should really
nice.
befriend these mushrooms, not try to eat them.
I'll tell you what, they're really good.
Really tasty. Like you have no. Like the goblin is literally. He's now trying to. Yeah, it's not very persuasive. He's like, they're really tasty. You have to try them. Just
I-
one. Just
You
try one.
say you've been eating them.
No.
I think.
I hear. Like I've just heard rumors.
There was some weird child unicorn walking around here. I said that.
What's the opposite to vegetarian?
Carnival.
Carnivore.
Yeah, he's a
Meat
carnivore.
eater. Oh, Georgie just went on a school trip to Grapham Water.
Oh.
And she was like, oh yeah, the first night we got, you can either have this or you can have the vegan option of mac and cheese. And I said, that's not vegan, Georgie. Because what do you mean? And I
You can
said,
get vegan cheese.
yeah, but I would imagine
To make a proper mac and cheese, vegan
Yeah.
cheese is
Vegan
not
cheese
going to
does
cut
not
them
melt.
out.
it was the vegetarian option.
Yes. Yeah, that would struggle to be vegan.
Vegan cheese.
Not tried it, but I've heard it's very disappointing.
I've had like the vegan cheddar. It's okay. It just doesn't quite taste of cheese. I think it's one of those things of people who go, oh yeah, it's really good. It tastes just like cheese. When was the last time
You had
had
cheese.
cheese?
Yes. Yeah. It tastes just like I remember cheese 30 years ago.
Was it the scene from Parks and Rec where Ron and Chris have the burger off? And he's like, sure, it's been a long time since I've had a hamburger. Oh no, this is better.
I still think one of the best scenes there is like, I want you to bring me all the bacon and eggs you have. Stop. Now, I think what you might have heard, but what I actually want is all of the bacon and eggs that you have back there.
So you know the scene where they're leaving Leslie's office and Andy says, I typed your symptoms into the thing and it says you have internet connectivity problems. That was improvised
Yeah.
by Chris Pratt.
A lot of his
And it
things,
makes
yeah.
Greg Daniels so angry because he's like, it's the best line in the entire show, and it was improvised on the spot. It's like we paid writers.
He's had a few where he's like he's had those sort of moments, and then he had the one where he when he shows up naked
Yeah.
at the door. They weren't getting the reaction that they wanted, so on one take he actually took the modest top off, and nobody knew.
No,
and
no,
he-
that he wasn't even supposed to be
Yeah.
naked at all. He was supposed to be fully clothed, and he just decided that Leslie wasn't giving him the reaction,
then he
so
got
he just stripped.
a letter
and then
from the
which is-
studio.
Which is why when you open it and you can see like Amy
general-
Poehler go, "Ah!" like, because that is literally her reaction to seeing her friend just open the door naked. I think that's the story that's been told. I don't know how true it is. I like to think that it's true.
Probably is knowing that. That TV show.
Yeah.
As we're shooting the breeze around the campfire, can I try and ask him a little bit about what he knows about what's going on?
Shit,
Ask him a bit about
Like
Scabbard the
it together
Nightshade,
fire.
anything that he knows about what's going on. So
Oh, Granny Nightshade.
Scabby.
Yeah.
Agatha Christie.
She has. He's trying to placate you. I think would be the best way of saying it.
She's nice, but not nice, but maybe, possibly.
No, she has a big toy shop where she puts children to work. They make toys for her.
She sublets for Santa.
She is Santa.
I've seen Futurama.
I did love that episode of Futurama.
I haven't seen the latest ones.
I've seen the first few episodes, the latest ones, but
And he sort of tells you that in Loomlurch, the main town of thither, there's a market that sells candy, and it's run by a goblin with a toffee apple for a head.
Oh.
An actual talking animal, or that's just a facade that he puts on for sales?
That's an actual hit. Yeah. That's what the goblin. It's what
Cool.
Korra.
Remember, we
is-
have
is
seen
saying.
met
Cool,
Clapperclaw.
man.
Yeah. Now I'm imagining a catty apple the size of a goblin head.
He does say he hasn't been particularly close to the creature, to the town. He likes to avoid it.
Why would you avoid the town?
He's not from around these parts.
I have no reason to go there. I don't want to fall into. I don't want to be owned by
Slavery.
Granny
Yeah,
Nightshade.
I don't want to fall
I-
into slavery.
I don't want to work for her. I don't really want to be here at all. I'm just stuck here.
Oh, no one wants to be here, I think. Well,
Well, Granny Nightshade does.
yes, Percy does.
Any other questions you have for the Goblin Korra?
Nah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
pull out his sleeping bag and put it over me.
You're like the bully in the prison. You're pumpkin.
No.
I'm assuming you are doing watches.
I then open it up and wave a bit.
You're definitely the bully in the prison.
Come and join me.
You can all take a long rest. And as you wake up in the morning,
He's gone.
you find he is gone. The mushrooms are still around the fire, though. He has not taken them.
Hey. Oh, I'm going to cast Mage Armor.
Yeah, you can do the mage armor thing.
Yeah.
And
Didn't really have a lot of resources to recover. One spell slot.
as you wake up, you notice that you are not alone. As you're sort of
Cooey!
focusing, the unicorn is sort of again standing on the bank, watching you.
I'm going to bow really low. Like Harry Potter. Buckbeak.
I was about to say that's not unicorns. That's
It
hippogriffs.
charges as it takes it as a sign of aggression.
That's the mating ritual. Oh no! Actually,
Still-
It charges.
rabbit unicorn.
So the
Been
what is it?
by the story.
The jackalope,
The what?
Jackalope.
which is actually a rabbit with
bound and rebound.
antlers. Mythological. What probably has happened is somebody found a rabbit and a deer horns next to.
Well, my favourite is when they found the duck-billed platypus and brought it back. Everyone was convinced it was a hoax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, this creature doesn't exist.
At the beginning of Dogma, the whole thing of the proof that God exists is it has a sense of humour. Because just look at the duck-billed platypus. So,
But yeah, the unicorn is it's standing on top
I-
of the water.
I poke the mushrooms.
The mushrooms cannot believe it.
I'm just like tucked up in the sleeping bag.
Yeah, I imagine. So you're asleep, and I imagine there's like a line of mushrooms just across your chest.
Hanging on a rope.
All dead.
No, they're all alive.
You're very
Just hope he doesn't roll over in the
turning
night.
nights.
You should just roll over. Hello, Mr. or Mrs. Unicorn.
Greetings, travellers. And the unicorn bows and says, "My name is Lamorna.
What?
Lamorna. Lamorna.
And her pronouns are
Is it
She.
she.
Has a look underneath.
Yeah. She is a female unicorn.
Female unicorn. So-
Glamora.
We've been tasked by a group of children to beseech you for aid.
Because you are very wise.
Yeah, apparently. Allegedly. Supposedly.
She certainly is.
They, The
Why have you got that twitch in your eye again?
I had a stroke.
It just happens when I'm in the presence of greatness.
Sorry, because there are a couple of names in here that I want to try and get right.
Frank and Loretta.
Bob and Wilbur. Fred.
Understood?
Yeah. Yabba dabba doo.
Sorry, so you asked her for help.
On behalf of the children.
Ah.
Because they're looking to free the other children from
Slavery.
Agatha Christie's Winter Wonderland hellscape
Sweatshop.
of a toy shop.
Slavery.
Sadly, I don't know what help I can be. I am the last unicorn in the Prismere. Well, the last unicorn in the form of a unicorn.
What did the rest of them decide they wanted to be?
Oh, well, so she says, well, my mate has gone missing and I fear something has happened to him. And I think that it is him who is needed to help the Prismere and not me.
Trying to usher away the horn that you have.
It's in the bag of holding.
When was the last time you saw your mate?
When the Prismere fell. We have not seen each other since, but I would know if he was dead.
You don't feel like it?
He is still around somewhere. And who's got the bag of holding? And the unicorn sort of turns to look at you and says, I sense that at least part of him is close.
I think. I think we should just be honest, shouldn't
Oh,
we?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say, you mean this?
Yeah. We bought it.
And then I immediately hand it to the wizard.
Yes. Alright, take it.
We step away.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with me.
Just hand it to one of the mushrooms. Go on, take it over to her.
Yeah, so I take this from Igo, swiftly
Big,
goes
big
away.
circle start appearing around you.
Yeah. That's what we say.
What's this boss music
We
I'm
found,
hearing?
yeah, we saw this in a shop manned by dusk elves over in, that was in Hither, wasn't it?
It
The
was.
shop was, yeah. Found it in Hither,
And their lightning balloon.
yes. And I have been told that in order to save the Prismere, we need to find something known as the Alicorn.
His
And I
name is
thought-
Elion.
His name is
Elidon.
Elidon.
Elion.
And what was it again? Now,
Eli.
no, not the name. The thing is.
The
Alicorn.
Alicorn.
And
Flying
this is unicorn. Yeah.
Yeah, fine, yeah.
Eladorn from Gondor. No, yeah.
So we say, yes, so we found this.
The
we thought it
beacons!
may be important, and as a wizard, I know these are quite powerful magical artifacts, and I didn't want them falling into the wrong hands.
So yeah, as you.
So I bought it for
As
that
he's
reason.
flapping it around.
Yeah.
I'm
As-
being respectful.
as,
He says scratching his back.
as she informs you of the name, you all sense that the surroundings around you are changing. The pool appears dimmer. Sort of you notice that the trees around you sort of they've as you get sort of deeper into thither, they've been starting to get sort of black and dying. And you do notice that there is sort of a very sudden shift down. Sort of everything becomes slightly more corrupted as the unicorn appears to be quite sad. But you have the horn of her mate.
Did we check whether it had been cut off or?
It has indeed been cut off.
Well, I'd like to know how we got it if it hasn't been.
Well,
Was there happened to be an alicorn attached to this?
You just haven't noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, he's invisible. That's why it was so difficult to track.
That's where this
He's
horse
been
crap has
invisible
been
and
coming from.
He's been invisible and unconscious this whole time.
But you just notice that the unicorn has been kicking you, and you've been
Oh! He's been
That's what it was.
he's been passing the saving death saving throws every time he's been falling.
But you say that you know he's alive, though.
He is.
Well, they
Yeah.
don't necessarily die when they lose their horn. I
Yeah.
say as if I know.
Not
I thought they did.
entirely.
They just become horses.
They don't give me up willingly.
So that roguey thing, he was after horns, wasn't he?
So yeah,
it was
so,
after horns. Yeah.
For the lead.
so the orc we fought, who
Stabbed you in the neck.
Yes, I remember. It's just fine now.
Turn around with a dagger hanging out of him.
Guess she hasn't healed overnight.
he said he was paid, employed.
He was employed
to
by some group
The
to
league. That's
get
all I
your
know.
horn.
to get a unicorn horn.
Well,
The League of Extraordinary.
Mental men.
I take it you know why the Prismere is the way that it is.
Oh, the hags.
Shattered by the
The-
hourglass
the-
coven.
Yes.
Them.
Scabatha Nightshade, Bavlova Brightstar, and Endelin.
Oh, there's
Moongrave.
3 new people.
Endelin.
Endelin Moongrave. Yes, they came to our peaceful, mostly happy realm, and well, ruined it.
What was the name of the guy who?
Which guy?
The guy who's hired us.
We haven't. I've been hired by anybody.
Oh.
Oh, the war.
Madrick Rolfslav. Madrick Rolfslav. The arch.
Yes.
The warlock man that started.
Yes. So he asked us. He lost his. He felt he was a. His patron was the archfey of this realm.
7 years.
Sevenier.
7 years.
Zevanier, and he felt that there was something wrong, so he sent us to investigate.
I'm just here for the views.
He wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
Zevonier has been taken prisoner. She is currently locked up in the palace of the Heart's Desire. And then turns and you know that you've been sort of seeing some towers sort of over in the distance at the very edge. The unicorn points to the towers and just says,
Yeah.
"That is where you will
Do
find
they point with
her."
their horn?
Yes. How else would a unicorn point? Yeah, whatever. That is where you will find her. I fear that the horn is needed to free her somehow. How? I do not know anything beyond that.
Don't lose
Free
it.
her somehow.
Don't lose it.
So the hags have locked her up there. I'm guessing eliminating the hags would make things easier, or removing them from
Or
the.
maybe getting her out of the thing might make it easier to eliminate the hags. Maybe.
I would suggest you crush those vile creatures at the first opportunity.
These are
Oh,
my
yeah.
mushroom friends and I love them.
The unicorn just looks very. Lamorna just sort of sits,
Pull them closer.
ignoring you and turning to the sensible half of the party. She
Where?
The more sensible 3/4 of the party.
Yeah. Yeah, about right.
I say,
half.
I say with a twitch.
I mean, based off of mass.
Look. I could be bigger than Walu.
So, the only advice that you can give us is find your mate, because they'll probably help better than you.
Hold on to the horn. It may play an important.
Back in the bag. Back in the bag.
It may. I fear it may play. I feel sorry that it plays an important part. What that is, I don't know.
Yeah. You meant.
You think it's a
Plot
toothpick?
point.
Yeah. You did mention something about the only unicorn in the form of a unicorn. Were there more unicorns than just you and your mate?
Her mate's not a unicorn.
Our mate's
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
the
the
alicorn.
alicorn. But were there more of your species?
Yes, this was our home.
Yeah.
There was plenty of us.
I apologise if it's painful, but what happened to them?
The same thing that happened to everything else in the Prismere. They,
Taxes.
Moved to a different country.
it's those, damn hipsters that moved in.
Just moved to turn everything into a hipster bar.
You can't buy a coffee. It has to be a cold drip, 3 press, 50 quid. Not worth
The
it.
beans came out of some monkey's ass.
Some left in time. Others may be trapped in the other planes of the Prismere. But I fear that they have been hunted, just like I am being.
I'd suggest you stay on your island
That is my plan.
and then
Yeah.
jump her.
Yeah. I mean, we're happy to dispose of that orc to help you, but we can't be here permanently.
Do you
so-
know where his body went? We'll happily dispose of it for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
Pan back to like a house on her island and he's just mounted on the wall.
Taxes
So-
damage.
He's using it as practice, as goring practice.
Yeah.
Oh, she got the first hag, whatever her name is, to taxi it.
Oh,
Pavlova. Pavlova, that's
Yeah.
it.
that's it.
Pavlova. Baklava.
Scabatha Christie. What we're going to call Moongrave.
Well, what's the
now.
third one?
Endlin Moongrave.
Enderman.
Are there any other questions that you want to ask the unicorn?
Yes. Does she know anything about Scabatha? And about anything about Scabatha's plans, where she is, anything that can help us rescue the children?
Any weak spots?
Yeah. What her attacks might be. Armor class.
How many hit points does she have? What legendary actions can she take?
Is she resistant?
Does
to
she have a
anything?
lair action?
Can I banish her?
If I rolled a natural 20 on my seduction roll, can I marry her?
I'll go for
I think
kids.
I'd want.
If a trade leaves Chicago,
So the unicorn says you have to be careful with her. She changes her size frequently.
oh, so she's got a bit of a weight problem.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you very much.
Usually towards that Christmas rush, she starts to get all
And her hair goes white.
Yeah. She's a dwarf. I think that's I've got all the information I need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any parting last bits of wisdom for us?
So
Don't piss into the wind.
Don't eat
Yeah.
yellow snow.
I can say never eat the yellow snow.
as you are sort of walking away, she does call out and says, "Beware the jaws that bite and the claws that catch."
Or the Jabberwock.
So don't go in the water.
Never swim after a meal.
I will let you make a I'm going to call it a performance check.
Me.
Yeah.
26.
A poem comes to mind, and I will let you recite it to everyone.
The clause that what?
Catch.
Is this like, was it Mary singing the song at Gondor whilst
Twas Brillig and the Sliffy Toves did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the mome rafts outgrabe. Beware the Jabberwock, my son. Yes, I understand that one. The jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the Jub bird, and shun the fruminous Bandersnatch. Snatch.
snack with the blade.
He took his vorpal sword in hand. Long time the man zone foe he sought. So rested he by the tum-tum tree and stood a while in thought. This is a big poem. And as in uffish
This is the actual Jabberwock,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
thought he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame came whiffling through the tulgey wood and burbled as it came. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through. The vorpal blade went snicker-snack. He left it dead, and with its head he went galumphing back. And hast thou slain the Jabberwock? Come to my arms, my beamish boy. O frabjous day, Kalua Kalay. He chortled
Kalua
in
Kalay.
his
Oh, sorry.
joy. To us Brillig and the Sliffy Toves did gyre and gimble in the wave. All mimsy were the borogoves, and the moon rafts outgrabe. What did I just say?
Jabberwock.
The Jabberwock.
Yeah.
So putting 2 and 2 together, you figured out that the sort of the tracks that you found on the side of the mountain belong to the Jabberwock, and there is one somewhere.
Does she happen to know where we can find a vorpal sword? Oh, this one!
I heard if you rolled a 1 on the map.
I've heard that there are quite often there are tarts in lakes who hand out swords to make kings.
No way to create a government. Though.
Well, I didn't vote for him.
You don't vote for kings.
She is not the Lady of the Lake giving out Excalibur, I'm afraid.
Damn.
That's 2 lakes over.
Yeah. She's in a different lake.
So you're telling me she's not a lady
Your
of the
friend, your lady of the lake is in a different lake. Shall we take a quick?
Yes, I was about to
break
say,
there?
and with that, we will take a break.
We'll be back shortly.
We haven't got that long.
So it's a little bit fiery and itchy.
Anyway, so I went to go see the doctor.
And he said, you laughed at me.
We
Yeah.
all laugh at you.
Of course.
I mean, it's got to be like a D&D sketch show where a fire genasi goes to the doctor and goes, "It burns when I pee," and the doctor's like, "Yeah."
It burns everywhere I touch. Ow. Ow.
So it is morning. You are currently at the Wayward Pool.
Let's go find some food
Not mushrooms.
that aren't mushrooms.
What are you doing with
orange
the campestries as well?
Oh, well, where were they taken from?
Yeah, you can probably go find a fairy
well,
ring.
yeah. And then we'll scold their parents for letting them out of their sight. Wandering off with strangers.
Stranger danger.
What's that?
We're going to start a whole campaign.
Anyone offer you sweeties or puppies? You say no.
And you do find
Or bats.
another wanted poster by.
You've got to collect them all.
So
I'm going to see if I can get them to sign them later.
They'll come with a thing. You know, millions.
you had a pirate one yet? If not, you'll get a pirate one, and one of you can roll a d8.
Ah!
One.
Uno!
One. This sorry wretch has stolen from me. Deliver him to me alive and unarmed, and I'll give you back 10 years of your youth.
Yeah, baby years.
That's only 10 years, though.
You'll be slightly less arthritic.
You'll still be retirement age.
Your blood is not as dusty.
Gonna be honest, I have long enough to search. I think I'm gonna be in it for a bit more of the long game. I'll try and get a few more years off from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes it
So we've got pirate, French, Mexican, normal.
normal, English. There was a German one as well.
Yeah,
So
Frau,
English.
hair, yeah.
Yeah, the English one is Sir Will of the Wild. It's just him with a monocle and a top hat. A bunch of different ones.
Aliba.
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at my count. Pirate,
Yeah.
French, Mexican, normal, German, and English gent.
Collecting more.
And then I'm assuming you're boarding Frank again and
Yeah.
continuing to go
Continuing our
exploring.
journey.
Are you looking for food? Are you?
Well, that's I wanted to first thing in the morning to look for food. You've got best survival
I've got
+4.
I've got +4 survival.
So yeah, you can roll an advantage. I'm assuming there'll be 2 of you.
Dirty 20.
You find some gingerbread men.
Hopefully they're
they-
not talking back.
No, they are.
They've got icing crosses.
Oh no! Not the ganja buttons.
I find
In this
bungo.
place, you can't take anything for granted.
These ones do not appear to be moving, but yes, they do have crosses for eyes.
Oh, my legs.
They're already dead. We might as well
Ow.
give them a
Hey,
funeral.
GG.
You very well may have just come across a graveyard.
Ow.
There's a bunch of little ginger horses, ginger cannons.
Do you all eat them?
Yes,
Yes, I think.
I identify mine first.
I start
Oh,
shoving it in your face.
I eat it.
I'm gonna eat it.
Okay. Roll a d20.
Everybody?
Still
No,
doing
no,
this.
just,
Oh
he's
my
the one. He's
God.
the one doing magic. You are moving away from a
That's a
magic
natural
zone.
one.
Roll a d100 because again you are in the Feywild.
There's 2 left.
There are a couple of flapjacks.
95.
So you identify it as it is essentially food. You and all creatures
Cool.
gain vulnerability to piercing damage for the next minute, but you're not in combat, so that's irrelevant. Upon
I start stabbing them.
Get poked by the bushes. The prickly bushes.
Upon
Ah!
eating the gingerbread men, your speed doubles until you take another long rest.
Holy
wow.
shit.
Oh!
Meow.
I didn't know
Oh my
that these.
God.
I didn't know that these were filled with caffeine.
Yeah, gingerbread men, they run very fast.
Tabaxi monk can take some of those.
He's
Just
got
travel
the
all the way
zoomies.
across the...
I've just seen time and space. I was there at the beginning and the end at the same time.
Seen over the hedge.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
I love that
Oh,
film so
yeah.
much. You take the laser beam.
I haven't seen that in years.
Yeah, I haven't either. But yeah, you can effectively count that as breakfast
Yeah.
and lunch, and you have double speed until you take a long rest. That's, well, you start a long rest.
Start punching down the river.
Oh, that was what you were doing.
Yes. No, I'm stood in front of a giant.
Giving him friction bad.
It's the Silicon Valley them trying to do the mathematical equation for how long it would take them to jerk off 120 men.
Felt like too much at work to watch that show.
Right, so
Okay,
we continue.
So you continue, you're going to end up around there, somewhere like that, and you come across a clearing. So-
the hook of the river, yeah?
Hook of the river, yeah. So you come across a clearing. You know, the river's just sort of off this side. You will be sort of around there. It's not. It's
Not swampy as it seems.
Yeah.
no. It's
It's just foresty, a little bushy.
It just happens to be the maps that are available.
So you do see there is sort of the trunk of a big cut down tree, as well as sort of various. Actually, no.
Peter rabbits.
It is a complete set of the Beatrix Potter piece, I'm pretty sure. And the Sherlock Holmes one, because I like coins. But there is a cut down stump of a giant tree. in
Just
the
that one,
area.
or
Just that one. There are sort of other stumps,
Yeah.
but that's by far the biggest one. And you have noticed, so particularly the druids notice this as you've gotten closer or deeper into the Thither. You've noticed that several large trees have been missing.
Mhm.
They've evidently been cut down
Did this look like it was a healthy tree?
at one point, yeah.
How many
Before it was
reeds?
cut down.
Yes. But you, as the deeper you get, the more black, the more sort of
Yeah.
deforested everything is slowly becoming.
I have no problem with the cutting down of diseased and poorly trees, but healthy ones.
Got a thermometer.
Investigate.
Yeah, cool.
Thermometers don't tend to work very well around me.
Stop
I
there.
tend to break
Oh.
them.
So, as you are sort of walking closer to the tree, can you all make dexterity saving throws, please? As the bushes that are around you spring up and try and grab you, restrain you.
So the bushes are visible to us.
Yes, they are.
So I rolled a natural 1, but I'm pretty sure I can re-roll that.
11.
You're halfling, though.
You're restrained.
No, it's a
12.
rabbit thing.
You're restrained.
Lucky footwork. There we go.
I got an 8.
When you find a
You're
dex saving
restrained.
throw, use your reaction. Oh, to roll a d4 and add it. I got a natural 1.
Cool. So you're just walking through. You're not really paying. You've walked through hundreds of these bushes. You're not really paying attention, and you just kind of stop as you realise they've wrapped their sort of branches around your legs.
Got your leg.
And out of the centre of the tree trunk, sort of a figure emerges. It just looks nothing like that.
Oh. So do you step out of trees often?
No, but I will give this one because you have a druid. You recognise this as a dryad, as a living plant creature. Sort of the soul and embodiment of a tree is just sort of coming up outside of the cut down trunk. But you do notice that this dryad does not look particularly healthy.
Hello, I say, putting my axe behind my back. I didn't cut it down. We didn't burn him.
He was perfectly alive. He just slipped and fell on the chainsaw.
Now, Tubbs, we will have no trouble here. This is a local shop for local people.
Apparently that was actually based on a real shop.
It does not surprise me at all. 15 cans of cat. Good, we haven't sold a thing.
Oh, that's such a good show. She was, and you're trying to talk to her, and she said, "I have no time for you. I know what you have done to this land, and I intend to make you all suffer.
It is
but we
not
just
us who
got
have
here.
done it to
Sorry,
this land.
wasn't us.
Make a persuasion check. I'll let the bard do it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, correct.
27.
Whoa.
Whoa! Right, let's start back when.
So,
Not
I
all
imagine,
adventuring parties look alike.
Yeah.
so is that I go at the front?
Yes.
Yeah. So I imagine she's sort of rising
Yeah.
out of the trying to make her seem as sort of as intimidating as possible. Just sort of stopping. You do not work for the for the Hourglass Coven.
No,
We are here to.
we're kind of against them.
Yeah, we're here. We're
Scamford needs to go.
here to. Well, we're here to find out what is wrong with the Prismere, and it seems that
We're
the
here to
hags are what is wrong with the
Restore
Prismere.
it to what it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm from around. Well, not from around here, but I am from around in this plane.
I'm from round these parts. You know me. Look into my soul.
And I am the monarch.
Would royalty ever lie to you?
That's correct. Damn, are you royalty?
Very true. You are a monarch, I suppose.
Sam.
The bushes rescind, and you are free to move again. She is still sort of.
They're kind of keeping a distance going.
They're still around.
Just in case.
Yeah.
But one of them's just sat there like puffing his chest up at us.
It would have been hilarious if we still were vulnerable to Pearson. We would have been like dead. And she would have like, oh no, we didn't mean to do that.
Whoops! Just dragging our bodies through the forest.
Bush is puffing there, just on there. Yeah. There's a flame in the hand.
I think, ooh. I think, wilt.
Yeah, she's not particularly impressed at the fire genasi.
I am a druid, though.
It's a bit of a weird combination, isn't it?
What? Fire?
Yeah, fire and
trees.
No, it's
Because fire can
it
form
burns out,
rebirth, new
burns out
life,
out the dead wood. It allows new plants to grow.
Controlled forest fires are a necessary part of the cycle.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
we learned when we
uncontrolled
stopped them
ones
for
too.
50 years and then wondered why we were killing a forest.
I'm not from around here.
Yes, you are.
You are. Or your family are
The
definitely.
mistake that we've made is building near these large forests so that when they do catch on fire, we're in the middle of them.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
You know, oh, I just wanted to build my house on the most treacherous hurricane path.
Was this tree yours?
Yes, I suppose the past tense is the correct one.
Let's
Okay.
get it back. Just glue it in place.
It would not be the
Do
same.
not grow it.
Is it the tree itself is gone? Could the stump be revived?
No, it is dead. It has been tainted by this land.
I'll point to another tree. No.
No.
Okay, don't worry
A
like that.
dryad must be born into a tree.
Yes.
Ah.
Once the tree is gone,
Makes perfect sense now.
And and this is, you presume that this is why she appears as though she's dying.
Yeah.
yes, because
She can live for a certain time in the stump of the tree, but
there's not anything really we can do for her now.
We could put her out of her misery.
We'll get revenge.
No, I'm not even going to say it. 'cause it's
Revenge.
gonna be really
Revenge.
You do with firewood.
Hmm?
Dig 2 graves.
So, this is happening quite a lot with the hags, isn't it? They're coming in, destroying things, changing things. It was much better when Seven Years was in charge.
Zebedee.
yes. I know there are other dryads, or were other dryads in the prison,
Sensing a theme.
and I'm hoping that they have managed to escape my fate.
There used to be a lot of unicorns too, allegedly.
Yeah.
A lot is a relative term.
Yes. Again, like dryads, there being
Okay,
like 10
we've
to
only
15
ever
is
seen one,
considered
so two is a lot of
Yeah.
unicorns.
That's 50% more. No, 100% more.
You're the one looking for snacks.
All butter flapjacks.
And I thought, yeah, barrel it.
They're lying, because there's not all butter out there. Definitely some oats in there.
Yeah. And other things. Also, the butter's all over your character.
Yeah.
Are you still in the unicorn? I imagine it's a
Yeah,
onesie to you.
yeah.
Okay. So you just stands with the fake horn, I'm
Yeah.
guessing. Okay.
No, that's in the bag.
So
No, the
everything-
real
the
horn's
fake
in the
horn.
back.
The real bag's in
Oh,
the
yeah.
bag holding. The fake horn's back in the...
So everything's sticking to you.
I figured you gotta get the use out of this. I turn around and suddenly realise there's like 3 mushroom people.
Luckily, there aren't.
Is there anything that you could do to assist us in our mission to fuck this bitch up?
In respect for you.
Respectfully.
I am afraid that my life is forfeit.
So let us get revenge for you.
That you are free to do. The only thing I can do is try and find a suitable tree.
What for?
What about that one?
Ooh.
They point at a tree over there.
What about the
What
one that's
about
growing out of Frank?
Yeah.
Ooh.
We show them.
I mean,
yeah,
we
She
will-
looks at you and it just Frank.
I'll go back over here and get Frank,
Okay.
You've got the tree growing out of Frank.
yeah.
and then lay him down on the stump.
Yeah.
We could have a boat child with a tree and a dryad.
Suddenly, Frank gets a bum.
Wait, Frank was a girl?
No, dryad species.
She looks at the raft, and then I imagine sort of looks at
Well, it's not so much the raft as the tree that's growing out.
the whole object, and just sort of looks at the drone and says, "Do you know what that is?"
That's Frank.
The tree? No, I don't.
And then she's sort of a very
I point out that the raft was the son of a tree folk, and whatever
Yeah, like,
they're called
yeah.
in this
The
world.
awakened trees that
Yeah.
talk. Yeah.
Not. Emphasise
But
that
we
it was
have-
not us that.
But we have his permission to take him because he wanted his kid to see the world after he'd been cut down by other people.
make a persuasion check.
What he said.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah, I figure you'll let the bard do
Yeah.
most of the
Yeah,
talk.
yeah.
Like you have a
Yeah.
charisma character. That's what they're for.
Yeah.
It just occasionally turns to him being all like smouldering and just goes,
What he said. Damn, I was going to say something.
What is the tree growing out of the raft? I can't think of a better way to phrase that.
well, that was a special seed?
It was a special
golden.
seed. It was a golden seed. We know it's not normal. It can't be normal. Was a tree growing out of a bloody raft?
I mean, we're in the Feywild.
What
What is normal?
Let's get water.
It is getting watered. I'm assuming
It's
it's
getting
been
watered
looked
every
after
day.
by
Every day
by
it's
the
getting water.
druid.
Oh yeah, I was being careful.
She doesn't actually respond. She just laughs. There's sort of a very big grin on her face. But you do watch as she sort of steps out of her tree. Which, so if the raft is sort of over there, by the point she gets to there, you can tell she is immensely struggling. She is sort of almost like the Thanos stat is disappearing as she just sort of leaves the sanctuary of her tree.
But pull the raft forward.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah.
she can make it to the raft, but
Yeah.
This is for dramatic effect. As she's getting closer, we just move it slightly.
But yeah, so you watch as she sort of collapses onto the raft, holds the sort of the sapling in two hands, and then disappears into dust. And you do notice there is something now slightly different about the tree. In the
Oh
raft.
god, she impregnated Frank!
Yep.
can we work out what is different?
Yeah.
Roll a nature or survival check. I'll let you roll at advances, so I'm assuming
Yeah.
someone will
Well,
help
we
you
talk
out.
about kids. I've got a bugbear egg. No.
Bugbear egg, yeah. Owlbear.
Oh, for fuck's sake. 8. With advantage, 8.
Yeah, you don't really know what is different about the tree. You can sense something.
Blowing the dust away.
Yeah. You can probably make a guess that there is.
It's grown another inch.
The spirit's probably
By one
gone
tree.
into it.
Yeah.
Detect magic.
I'll let you make an intelligence check as well.
Arcana?
Straight intelligence, because it will be a thing he's read in a book. Intelligence or a history roll, if you've got proficiency in history. Which you
No,
might do.
I've got Arcana and
History or intelligence.
yeah. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to use one of my portent dice, which was 17.
Cool.
For that. You need to know. I
Yeah.
don't want to know.
So
I want to know!
I must know.
17 on the die or 17 in total?
it'll be 17 on the die plus your history modifier or intelligence modifier.
So
Probably the same.
history is. Oh God, go away.
History is intelligence based.
Yeah,
which
so it's
would be
basically
pretty
yes, it's the same basis. That's 20, dirty 20,
That's
then
20.
17 plus.
good. You have read theories about where dryads come from, because how they reproduce is a mystery, given that they can't leave their trees, and yet dryads do not appear next to each other.
Right.
You suspect you may have seen the creation of a dryad.
Mind magic.
So we've just witnessed one of those 1 in a billion things.
Did you videotape?
But I'm sure you were all paying massive attention to
So, what you're saying is we have one hell of a memory to sell later.
it. Yes, you do.
What would the birth of a dryad be worth to you?
In theory, at some point...
We've just witnessed the reproduction of a dryad.
Yeah. So in theory, at some point, a dryad might... so effectively, there's this seed of a dryad in
Frank's
the...
becoming sentient.
He's not a tree, maybe.
Something sentient will pop out of him at the very least. Well, that's really cool.
At some point, we're going to have to leave Frank and let the tree just grow.
Not leave him. Definitely not leave him.
Yeah.
The tree is growing.
I know,
Yeah.
but there's only so far it's going to go while we're moving around with Frank as a
I
raft.
tell you, it's going to become a mast.
Don't know.
We attach bed sheets to it. Oh, gust spell.
Yeah.
So, she's gone. What are the plans do that are kind of
They've now just reverted to being...
plans?
They were
alright.
just under control.
Yeah.
Ah!
Without the dryads.
Yeah.
But you do notice that the clearing has changed.
Yeah.
So you did notice that when the unicorn was really sad, sort of everything died and sort of became corrupted in the area. The inverse seems to have happened here. Sort of a new fairy ring has started to sort of grow over here. Everything is looking slightly greener and lusher than it was
I
when
see
you walked
tiny
in.
little mushroom people.
You can see the starters, and yeah, you can see sort of the capses.
Except he sees them all the time. Whether they're actually there or not.
La, 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 la.
Right.
So, I think we need to carry on.
Yeah.
Carry on. We'll just have to be a bit more careful with Frank now that he's with child.
Light duties.
Yeah.
Might have a half-orc barbarian sit on him all day.
I more often than not walk alongside and pull rather than.
I think really we're at the point we need to pop into town and see Scabbard.
Well, so you were on the way back, I believe, to go and see the kids.
Well,
in
Yeah, I think we
the,
go back to the
yes.
kids. Something happened with the
Little
unicorn.
Oak.
Earthquake!
Yeah, we're going back
So,
to the
You're heading
tree.
sort of up to Little Oak. You won't get fully all the way there, though.
Oh.
You're going to sort of end up by the next mushroom patch,
Here.
slightly further along. Yeah. So you board Frank again, and you sort of travel down river, and you come to a turning, and you see a creature on the bank, and it's a centaur. You notice that you've seen centaurs before. They are fairly common across sort of a myriad of planes. This centaur looks like all of his fur is now sort of grey. He makes Elor look like a spring chicken, effectively, sort of a very old centaur just sort of standing on the bank, sort of drinking from the river.
Every time he moves a joint, you hear a creak. Like a
Kind of, yeah. So it's very old, and as you get, so you're sort of approaching down the river, and it's only when you get, 50 feet away that the centaur seems to notice you, and sort of starts, and sort of moves back. from the
Hail,
water.
other old creature, I say.
Other old creature. Hail, slightly younger creature.
Don't worry, old chap.
Ah,
He wants to talk about the war.
you're a young one, aren't you?
I think I'm the young one compared to him at this point.
He fought in the First War with you.
What regiment?
The book reader regiment.
Want to know what the origins of centaurs were?
Genghis
mythology?
Khan's force.
Because they would ride so far forward on the shoulders, because then they could steer, it seemed like a man.
Yeah.
Also, the way because they were effective,
Yeah.
they rode all the time. Most people that saw them didn't think you could control a horse that effectively. They were just better than.
So they worked that as well before saddles and bridles and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Or as we know them, at least.
So as I imagine, sort of the raft is sort of going down the river, you watch as the centaur sort of tries to stand up, sort of very proudly, and look at you. Greetings, travellers.
Good morning, afternoon, good evening, good night.
Approaching
Oh,
lunchtime at this point.
Yodel's.
You're right, my love.
Hello, my lover.
And as he, as you sort of
Oh,
move closer towards him,
You're not find a swan yet.
he sort of said, "Swan, you should leave this plane. It is dying."
Yeah.
seen any unicorns or alicorns lately?
Not since the split.
So
No.
any scabbafers?
See, now, you say
Seen any scabbers?
you say we should leave the plane. One,
We're on a boat.
we don't know how to leave the plane. Two, we had to come to the plane to investigate what's wrong with the plane. And three, we are supposed to be helping Zerinier if we can.
So we want to get it back to how it was.
Which should then help the plane no longer be dying, I think.
So are you pro or pro? Is it right? Pro?
For or against?
For
are you
against.
For or against?
Are you
Scabbafear.
pro Scabbather?
So the centaur just sort of looks at you, and you do notice that his eyes have started to go sort of very milky, which explains why he didn't see you sort of very closely.
That's what yours is
Sort of
doing,
with
isn't it?
Little bits.
a very discerning, gives you sort of a very discerning look, and then sort of in the most sort of haughty, dignified voice he can muster, he should say, "I am an inhabitant of the Prismere." As in, he's quite clearly against
Yeah.
the hags.
Me too.
I am the last of my kind here.
We've been meeting a lot of these lately.
Yeah. Is there a Noah's Ark anywhere?
Do you want to impregnate our tree boat?
So the Dryad didn't know if she was the last. Yeah, just right.
Yeah.
Choosing to ignore what sort of you said, he says, "My herd managed to escape. And then when the Prismere broke, I was left behind."
That's not very nice. Or is that the way of your people?
They don't respect their elders, do they?
I would rather the herd survive than we all die. I couldn't keep up. And again, he sees the arthritic legs,
is there
sort of the
any
cataracts in his eyes.
Special information that you, as such a ancient being of this here plane,
Oh, just
give us? Tell us secret ways to get from hither to thither to bither and blither and
Yon.
wither,
Yon.
yonder.
yeah. Or
Yonder
secrets here that might help us upon our quest. Secret backways into factories.
Where Scabbafer resides.
I have heard rumours that there is a dandelion that can take you from yon to the palace.
So
Yeah,
we
but
have
we
to
need
get to
to get to
Yon.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
You have a way to get to
Clubberclaw, right?
No,
No,
he
no,
was
he's gone.
thither.
No, there's something.
yon. It's the oil can
Yeah.
squirt.
Ah.
It's your way of getting to yon.
I missed that.
The really excited oil can that was bouncing up and down.
Yeah.
I remember
That was
it.
hanging around the
Yeah.
fire.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember being told he could get us to Yon.
I think you did, yeah.
Well, if not, you have
We
the
have found out
centaur now sort of informs you that there is an oil can.
Because I think that's where he's
From
from.
we know that.
Yeah, because he was from yon
Mm.
originally.
Because there's a special creature that he
Use
takes the oil from that is from the Yon.
He milks the creature.
It's a particularly oily creature.
Yes.
Penguins are natural oil, just bring them out. Yeah.
So,
But he introduces himself as Winterbow.
Winterbow.
Well, nice to meet you, Winterbow.
Maybe if we can
Do we need to put him in his misery?
If we can
Is
do
it
something
one?
about the Hourglass Coven, you will be able to meet your herd again before your time is past.
And he sort of looks up at the sky, just sort of completely away from you for sort of like 2 minutes, and then just looks back and says, quite possibly.
Bring your herd back.
I am sure they will return. Whether I am here is the question.
So,
We could ask if you could do anything to help the kids, maybe. Little Luke. Keep them safe, maybe, while we try and raid
I'm
them.
not sure what a half-blind ancient
how big is the
elderly
centaur? Would he
centaur.
fit on Frank?
He's probably not with the rest of you, no. So he's effectively think normal horse size, would be kind of like a large creature.
We could always try and get him to the tree to be there. Rather
We
than-
can't stress out Frank.
No, he's only, in
Frank's
the
on
first,
bed rest.
he's only in the first trimester.
So,
How familiar are you with dryad breathing cycle?
As familiar as everyone else.
it's easy, right?
Which is not at all. Given this was one of the many theories in the book.
Yeah.
Has he
Not much is
just stopped here to take a break because of arthritis and all this stuff? Or
He's
is
having
he...
a drink from the
Yeah.
river.
So we could tell him that we're on our way to Little Oak and maybe he could come with us.
Yeah, he'll get lost on the way. But he agrees to go and try and find
Yeah.
Little Oak.
Thank you, Larry.
I will help. I will play my part.
We're gonna like be over here at some point. We're just gonna see this centaur skeleton in some web.
He said
But
he
you
was
would
the
just
only
find a
one,
backward
right?
yarn spinner just waiting for his stories every day.
Oh, this is very good, very good.
He's got dementia.
Picks up a
listening to-
mushroom. Carry on.
Yeah, but as he will give you each a Feywild gift, so you can all roll a D100
Very well.
in a good way.
We are
49.
gradually building up Feywild.
A piece
Yeah.
of parchment bearing a child's drawing of an Oni, O-N-I.
Yeah.
28.
A tiny clockwork dragonfly that slowly beats its wings but can't fly when wound up.
26.
26. A soot-stained sock with a nugget of coal that magically appears at dawn each day.
So,
So you get one thing of coal a day.
778.
78.
So by the time winter comes around, I've got the first fire.
A child's parasol covered in moss and leaves. It's probably about the right size for you.
Just
Very
spinning it
Poppins.
around.
Move up and. Hey! The Pirates of the Caribbean scene.
Naughty!
Can I identify these as we...
They are just
What they are.
Yeah.
they're just trinkets. There's no
Fair enough.
There
special
are things that
properties.
we could probably. There are things that we can then later trade on down the line for other
Gold
things.
has no use in the Prismir.
It means that we don't have to give up more of our
Yeah.
selves.
So I have a weak magnetic wand, a tiny clockwork dragonfly, piano keycard from a satyr's horn.
Is your loot satisfactory? I mean, you're just sort of looking like, I don't know what this is.
Well, no, but for
Oh,
whilst we're
gossamer,
here, it's-
gossamer shawl.
I goes kind of under that understanding that the things that we get here allow us to trade for other things that we get here that are better. It's almost like your tickets at your bingo hall and
Yeah.
all this sort of thing. You go, well, I can one red paperclip this into a 3-story house.
You can certainly try.
It's like Dave Gorman and his Google Whack when he needed to write a book, so he got distracted by doing Google Whacks. And then wrote his book about getting a
Google
Google Whack.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll carry on to the tree.
So you're carrying on. You get to about here when a sudden change in the current of the river just sort of takes Frank and pushes him onto the bank, and you washed up in front of a gigantic gnarled oak tree. Unlike other oaks in this forest, this tree looks unhealthy and has golden brown leaves. A thick carpet of dead leaves surround it, and 3 rusty sickles lie among the leaves. Standing next to each of these weapons is a bleating goat. 8 tiny houses made of woven twigs are nestled among the branches of the trees. Squirrels dart nefariously between these wee domiciles.
How
So-
big are they?
Squirrel-sized houses.
Think more pixie size. Pixie.
But are the squirrels going in and out of the houses?
No,
or
they're
are they
going
just-
sort of around.
They're just going
the
around
trees.
and
They're
it's
just
like that.
squirrels that live in the tree.
Oh, right.
Okay. Well, the tree looks unhealthy.
Sort of like
Is the tree alive?
it is. It does. I don't know why it says that. It looks slightly healthier than the trees around it, but it is clearly an unhealthy.
It's an unhealthy
oak tree.
old oak tree that is probably, unlike everything else, starting to die and kind of being like, oh god,
Yeah.
my
Other stuff is
knees,
dying faster. This
Oh,
is
my
sort of
branches. Oh,
dying slowly.
cursed arthritis.
Is it? I'm guessing it's dying just like everything's dying. In
Yeah.
Britain,
It's
rather,
yeah.
rather than being specifically.
It just looks slightly less dead than the trees around it.
Okay.
And there are 3 goats just bleating at you loudly.
And then
Hello,
next,
tree
and then
friend.
next to 3 sickles, rusty sickles.
Rusty sickles.
Hello, tree friend. May we approach?
Who are you?
The tree. You said the tree. Oh, alive as in it's not dead.
Yeah,
because
it's
not,
not
it's got a
sen-
face on it and going.
Right. As far as you're aware, this tree is not talking back.
We do
to you.
need to specify these things.
I say it's not going to make a difference to I go. He'll just go up and say hello to the tree anyway.
I am eyeing up these goats though.
Let's see what.
Goat stew.
That's gonna be breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Goat curry.
I'm nervous about the. What a. I want to go and see what. Can I look at these goats cast identify again?
I have a feeling that
Yeah.
the goats and the sickles are connected,
Yes.
Yeah.
and that they are. The goats are the previous owners of the sickles, and not necessarily started out as goats.
Yeah.
Look very tasty.
I personally rather.
One of you can make a perception check.
Who got the best perception?
Druid.
Yeah.
+6. 17.
You do see a bunch of small faces sort of poking out of the windows and doorways from the houses and the branches of the trees.
Yeah.
And you do recognise them as pixies.
Yeah.
Sure.
Pixies. You like me? You pixies. I'll wave to them.
They wave back.
Gonna have a closer look at the sickles. Just
They are just standard sickles.
yeah.
Are these
Possibly
those
the kind of thing
weird
that a druid might use.
fainting goats?
No, they're not.
Okay. I did think that maybe these were druids. Who
They
had
might
been-
be.
Well, they might be.
I guess you're gonna ask the pixie sort of. Hello there. Did anything happen here? Sort of these bleating goats here.
Yeah, we defended our homes.
Oh, what are they trying to do?
Attack us. They're just very confused as to why
What
they
did
had
they?
to defend.
What did they used to be before goats, or did the goats attack you?
Oh no, they used to be red caps.
Ah. That makes sense. Yeah, you can eat
There are bunnies that.
Red caps
Red caps
aren't
are not
bunnies.
bunnies.
Mushroom.
No.
They're
Goblin
goblin type.
type.
Red caps are like the evil versions
Yeah.
of pixies.
Yeah, that was the one in the
Yeah.
kitchen doing the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So small gnome-like creatures
Yeah.
that were trying to attack the tree, and they have been polymorphed into goats.
Does that mean they'll turn back if they get attacked?
I pick up the sickles
Mm-hmm.
and take them to one side out of the way.
Just drop them in the bag of holding. Or something,
Yeah. Ooh. Put one of the goats in the bag. Get in the fucking bag.
Aging meat.
I say it's,
It will turn back into
Yeah.
a red cap after a while.
Yeah.
but it will suffocate.
also,
It
if
won't
you
lose
take-
hit points
if you
though.
What's
take-
It will.
Aging meat.
It will die after like 10 minutes.
Yeah, well that's it. It will suffocate, but unlike because with polymorph, you take the damage, you turn back to what you were.
Do you try putting a goat in the bag of holding?
No, because I might accidentally drop it on the unicorn horn.
Yeah, it might not be a good mix.
Oh,
But we could shepherd them away.
that's all right.
Oh, we
We've
could
got to
just...
get rid of them. I mean, to be fair, they are evil.
Are they
We ask.
evil?
Can we ask if they
Yes.
work?
The
for
last
hag?
one,
Can
the
we ask
last one I
pixies if
met
they
was
work
quite
for the
nice.
They are by nature unpleasant.
Although
Yeah.
the last one
So-
we did see was working for a hag.
Yes.
Yeah.
The pixies inform you that red caps are not native to the Prismere.
Hmm.
They are like a fungus that started growing when
Okay, so they came in with the cover.
they started appearing. Well, they've appeared as a result of the rot and ruin, so
Oh.
indirectly as a result of the Covenant. The Covenant
I
bring
just-
them. They,
No, it just allowed them to.
yeah.
Yeah. I disagree. They're not a fun guy.
Why are we trying with it?
Sorry, I thought that was a good one.
Because he's the king, you have to laugh at his
Just keeps
jokes.
following
I'm the monarch, you
We've
know.
tried to lose him a few
because
times.
we're not faster than he is.
We're fucking fuck boys.
Yeah, but they're all just as fast.
I know.
Fast as fuck. boy.
Like on your back, you know. Let's go.
Do you want us to get rid of these?
We don't know how.
Do you want us to get rid of them?
Oh, yeah.
Go up to one and swing at it with my axe.
Yeah, I'm not going to roll on that. You can eliminate 3 red caps pretty quickly.
They're busy eating their grass, and I'm like,
Hey, watch this. Watch this. That's you, fireball.
Yeah, the magic thing is much
just
lower.
snake
here.
up on one. Oh!
Yeah.
Give it a hug and thunder wave.
Or bamf up the top. Let go.
Still think the really good idea for the mage that has the spell sculpting, so that you can so you just take AoE effects that you
evocation.
only cast on yourself,
Yeah.
and then you just say, except for this square.
Oh, yeah, the
Evocation. Yeah.
that's my first wizard. So I used to
Yeah.
I had lightning bolt. And
Everything
that was
was
all I would do.
AoE.
I would cast it straight through my party because
Yeah.
you could make spaces for them.
Where you're just like, oh, so, oh yeah, they all band around me. Oh dear, fireball.
Yeah.
Your party's full on combat. Yeah, fireball. Yeah, okay, yeah, he's gonna be safe. He's gonna be safe. Don't like him.
Sorry, I can
And you
only
can do
keep
it-
3 people safe, and there's 4
It's
of
like
you.
1 square per level or something. You actually
Yeah, it's
get
a
a
square.
lot
Yeah.
of them.
It's a square.
It's a
yeah, it's
really-
a square per level.
It's good if you're basically going for an exclusive damage dealer because that's all it is. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, but then you can take all of the fun spells, like Thunder Wave and things like that, because then you can make it so that it doesn't hit
Yeah.
Yeah.
party members.
Part of the tsunami.
Yeah.
6. Cool. So you spend again. Red caps are not
Yeah.
that threatening to you guys.
Yeah.
So you spend a couple of minutes just butchering the goats. You turn back into red caps who
And
are
butcher the red caps.
unarmed, and it's a pretty quick fight. I imagine mainly Igo doing.
Come back, Uncle Igo has a present for you.
Well, you have double. You all have double movement
Yeah.
speed, so I imagine. So they turn back into red caps, run into the forest, and then Igo follows them. And then Igo comes back. The red caps don't.
You ever seen a cat with the zoomies? Imagine a barbarian with the zoomies.
If you could get haste, you could double your speed again.
Oh
Well,
my.
it's it doubles the base and.
Tabaxi monk after the gingerbread men with haste.
Breaking the
I
sound
just
barrier.
broke the sound barrier. Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3.
Ludicrous speed.
That's how you'll eliminate the drive. You'll just run through her like the boys' style.
He's
No,
gone
it's-
to plan.
Go past her and just the
The shockwave.
shockwave. You go through the sound barrier.
It's
Or just go through the whole town and just wreck
It's
it.
like any sort of samurai movie. You just appear behind them, putting your sword away. You gotta cut through them fast enough that they don't notice that they're dead yet.
Yeah.
So as
Yeah.
you're chasing off
Yeah.
the red
I'm
caps,
having a lot of fun.
various pixies are sort of descending the tree to meet the rest of you, and you notice that they come packed with, well, at least pixie-sized tables and chairs and cakes and things, and they are effectively setting up a tea party
Tea
underneath
party!
the nuts. They do have food for you, but it's like
Not sure. Where,
it's not going to be very filling, put it that way. But they do have food for you, as they
Kind?
sitting
I
down.
come in carrying red caps.
You got food.
I'm like a cat who's very proud of his. Just looking at that.
Multiple different red caps.
Just dump it at the feet.
Well, I suppose ask the fairies. So why were they attacking you? Get
The
conversation
red
going
caps.
to the party. Or?
Yeah, their red caps being
Fair.
Assholes.
they explain that this
It's
is
what they do.
what's known as the grandfather tree. It is, as far as they're aware, one of the biggest pixie holdouts or strongholds.
It's
in
like their Minas
the-
Tirith.
And that they have, over time, more pixies have been coming to the
Suddenly
tree to
Go
shelter.
for army comes out of the tree line.
Have been sort of coming to the tree because there is shelter in numbers, and that's one of the reasons this tree isn't as dead as the ones around it. There is a certain level of Feywild magic.
There's extra life, therefore there's a life for the tree.
Well, there's extra Feywild
Yeah, yeah.
life, sort of more.
Because the pixies, by their nature, are giving energy
Yeah.
to the tree.
Much as how there's a huge amount of magic
It's
the way
a
we've called it,
symbiotic relationship.
emanating from the unicorn. They do not appear to be winning, though. So, a couple of minutes pass, so they continue to bring down tea and all of these various things. Igo returns, and then one of the pixies who introduces herself as Cowslip, that's the pixie name, sort of puts an object down on the table, sort of that's under a piece of cloth, and they're just like, "What could it be? What could it be?" Well, that's what she's looking, and she sort of looks around at the pixies, and then whips it away, and it's a triangular piece of wood. So it's a 6-inch long wedge made of wood, and it's sort of on the table, and then the pixies are all sort of sitting around, going, "What is it?" So
I dare you.
one of the pixies sort of very excitedly sort of flies up a couple of feet. So, "I've got it!
What's it?
It's a giant's toothpick!" And sort of some of the other pixies, "Oh yeah, could be. And one of the others is like, "No, it's clearly a bed for a mouse."
No. It's a wedge from a shoe. High heels? No.
You can
Sprinkle some
all
sand on
make
it. It's a
intelligence
sandwich.
checks. Actually, no, there's no point. So it's a doorstop.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So you all recognise it, particularly Elor recognises this object as a doorstop, but they don't know that. So they are sitting there
It's
again.
a fossilised piece of cheese.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They're,
I'm just going with them. I'm like,
they're fascinated by your sort of answers, and there does seem to be a lively debate going on around what this object
yeah, I
could
see it
be.
now. I see it now.
Yeah. I'll let it go for a second and say, I think it's a doorstop.
Oh, poppycock.
What door could
It's
it
far.
be
It's
for,
far
though?
too big for one of their doors.
Yeah.
Where did they find it then?
It just
Under
appeared.
a door.
Oh, we found it. So we found it in the forest.
Yeah.
It was the door that was letting all the unicorns back in.
And when the door closed,
Oh,
it disappeared.
Something so like a magic item that allows you to hold open a dimension door and wedge it into the bottom.
I have an idea. Sorry. Right. Yes. I'll pull out a wand. Any secret doors?
There are no secrets.
Like in the tree.
What? I got wands of secrets. You know, I can find a door.
You can.
I can find weak magnets with mine.
Yours is magnetic, so you can
Okay.
find ferrous things.
Ah, he's sat there, he's getting that out. He's
Divine
There's a door.
There are no hidden passages.
Yeah.
Can I ask Fraser if it's okay if I identify this thing? Is it just a...
Sure, if you want.
I tell you what it is
Yeah.
now. Firewood.
So you can roll 80-20 and you identify it as a doorstop.
17.
Yeah, you're
I
fine.
look at the one that said that it's a giant's toothpick and I go, yeah.
She's immediately, see, I'm right. And you get the feeling they've probably been having this discussion. They've had this discussion
Yeah.
before. So
You have a giant's toothpick now.
are you telling them that it's a doorstop?
I thought I did.
Yeah, but he disagrees.
He said it
Oh,
out
yeah.
You've now
Nope,
identified
I've definitely identified it.
Yes.
Totally a
Yes, I've
doorstop.
identified it as a doorstop.
Yeah. It could be anything. It's a multi-purpose tool.
They are not very happy.
You know when you cut... Alright, I'm going to say something really nasty now. I'll look at the trees, making sure none of them are alive.
Well,
Yeah.
hang on. So after he sort of forcibly tells all of the pixies it's a doorstop, they are sort of very sullen, and they're very disappointed that it is such a boring object.
But you can use it for something else, though. You know, when you cut trees down, you can use it as a wedge.
Yeah, when you cut trees down like this. Let me just demonstrate.
That's why I said it quietly.
We don't cut trees down.
Exactly, but in the
But
other
if
world,
you happen to,
you know, there might be a dying tree.
So they're a bit sad.
Oh yeah, you ruin their party.
God,
I
the
asked
horror
them if they
skill.
know what this is, and I put the glass eye on the table.
The glass eye.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I know. It's a galaxy in a ball. No. It's a football for hedgehogs.
And they're just sort of
Yeah.
going round.
Yeah.
with-
I've started them off.
Yeah. With a whole different level of other things.
It's a fake testicle.
One of the fairies stands up and goes, "Nah, mate."
Toothball.
Yeah, I'm not going to give them the wooden one, which is important.
Okay. Yeah. You have.
I've started the cheer again. I've given them something to live for. Taken away their fun.
Yeah.
Sweet's gonna get into a fucking eye.
Do you?
I've learnt my lesson, I think.
Well, I imagine Aiko's just sort of got his hand around your face. Just like, ignore him.
It's nothing, okay?
Make the little eye wink. Spin it around.
Oh, it's a spinning top.
It's one of the theories. Yeah, all manner of theories are suddenly being.
You could wrap some rope around it, it'd be a yo-yo.
What's a yo-yo?
It's a thing that goes up and down.
It's an ancient weapon.
According to Terraria, it is. Terrible one, but ancient.
I see how this could be a fun game.
I sip my tiny teeth.
Yeah, well, yeah, they are sort of very, they don't really have U-sized glasses. I imagine sort of probably
Oh,
swallowing the mug as well.
Chug.
But yeah, you spend sort of another 20-30 minutes or so having tea with the pixies before.
Very tiny biscuits.
Well, we must be on our way.
Away with the fairies.
Had an opportunity to get more magic stuff, but someone ruined it.
Whoops.
Oh!
But yeah, you can travel back
Yeah.
to Little Oak to catch back up with
I
Will of the Wild.
Take a little napkin and put a little bit in the take it with me.
Yes, you can do that. You can take party bags away, that's absolutely fine.
Party bags.
You know.
Oh, I gotta get a little bit for gotta get a little bit for the children.
Yeah, I suppose.
So we went to a picnic. We thought we might bring you something back.
So yeah, you, 20 minutes or so, you arrive back at Little Oak. You can signal to the tree to let the ladder down, who will let you do that
Whatever that
now.
code was.
Candy, right?
Well, I think
I think it changed.
it changed, so you were specifically told the password was something a child would say.
Yeah.
So there isn't an open door at the top, so you do need to give a password. But you can.
Unicorn poop.
It gets sort of a snigger of laughter from behind the door, and you are readmitted back into there.
That worked.
It's just something immature and juvenile. You get back to meet the Bobby, Sloane, Zelor, and Will, who are there. The Displacer Beast Kitten, who is there, and Squirt, the oil can, who is demanding immediately to know what happened on your adventures. Because he wants the story.
We shall regale them with said story, shall we not?
Yeah, so it's down. We went to the Wayward Pools. We met a
We met the unicorn.
really cool unicorn. Really cool
You
unicorn.
need to tell them the really scary part. You know, the unicorn came across,
Yeah.
and then the guy came out and tried to kill the unicorn.
Who's telling the story?
Tell them that bit.
Oh, right.
He starts saying, "Oh no, tell him that. Oh no, tell him about
And
that."
imagine
as
him
well.
stood
Oh,
around
yeah,
like
this bit-
C-3PO.
Darth Vader came out and
I see it as that. He's getting 3PO to ask a question. He
Yeah.
keeps yeah. Oh, and answer this. Oh, and answer that. So I want to tell him about this bit. And
you
about
tell
that
the
bit.
story then. No, right. Went to the Wayward Pools. Really elegant, beautiful unicorn. After we put the unicorn suit on, came out.
Which he's still
I
wearing.
was just like,
Yeah.
never took it off.
Yeah, sure, it's probably past its best by now.
Trounced, and then it was all bright and lovely, and then all of a sudden it started to go dark and misty, and then all of a sudden we see these knives just come out of nowhere and stabbed the unicorn. We thought she was dead,
But she
lived. She did.
I died, but then I lived. I love that.
We-
In Ice Age.
we did an impressive
Short
fight
for Buckminster, long for Buck.
with this mysterious orc in black. He almost took us down, but no, we failed and we took him down.
I'm sad, like,
He didn't really do much at all.
No. And I made him way better than he's supposed to be in the book.
Look, right? They're loving it.
yeah, the kids are probably.
The kids are, the oil can is, yeah, like Squirt is loving
I
it.
open up my little bag of treats.
But you do notice that the Displacer Kitten is sort of curling up next to the Fire Genasi. You get the
Oh,
feeling that-
fudge.
Yeah, trying to sort of edge closer to the hot thing in the room.
On my laps. and some knees stroking.
Claws go in.
Okay.
It is a kitten.
Suddenly the
Yeah.
little displacer bits.
You do look up and there are two kittens on
Get,
the
a
druid's head. Druid's
get a
lap.
reflective surface and do a little light reflecting.
Yeah, no, you will. The kitten will go up and follow any of the light sources. So you regale the
Yeah.
getaway gang.
Very detailed, very story-like.
After you finish it, sort of Will, who's been very unamused by this story,
Right.
just sort of looks at you and says, "So the unicorn didn't help then?"
Actually, the unicorn helped quite a lot, actually. She told us many things that are very useful.
And the
on our
centaur
journey.
as well. He taught us some things as well.
Oh, yeah, Winterbow. He comes around sometimes, we think.
They should be here by now.
He should be here by now.
I'm a bit worried. He just said in the middle of the field, hello.
He's just sort of like up here, just like,
That's
okay.
a tiny little tree. Hi.
He normally brings sweeties, but no.
He's
Goblin spittle.
It's all random tree, yeah.
Your friend said it would be okay if I came and stayed for a few days.
Can you hear me?
Friend.
Alright. Well, yeah, there are some key things that they told us about where Slavenair is, how potentially to get a powerful ally in her alicorn lover.
The way you phrased it, it's like 7 years. Unicorn lover.
Yeah. Slavenair is an alicorn lover. You don't know what was going on.
Oh no, the archphase of Brony. Oh, no.
Yeah, they're not actually trapped away, they're just at a brony convention. It's been years and no one's noticed.
He said lover.
He's the chicken lover. But yeah, it's then yeah, Winterbow told us about other things and where we can get to Yon.
Yon.
So Winterbow
And then
told
we
you-
look at
and the
Oil
palace
Can
itself.
Boy and be like, that's where you come in.
Very important part of that story.
Am I?
Yep.
Awesome.
Yes.
So, do
I've
you
forgotten what I need to do.
want to go for Scabatha before we head for Yon?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so. At least go to Moonlurch and see what's there.
We kind of need to know what's going on, don't we?
Yeah.
Do we think we could take a hack on?
No.
That-
Maybe.
Yes,
or would
but
we need to find a powerful ally who we could help, who
But-
might not have been enough to take all three of them on by themselves?
going by the first hag, she wasn't a real hag though, was she?
Well, they're all
Like
sisters.
Yeah.
I think
Not-
she's just saying that because she doesn't want to admit that she is a real.
She was like a frog-like thing, wasn't she?
Yeah.
That's not what hags are like.
But
Doesn't
she
mean
did
she's
have
not
corn.
I mean, they are in the Fae.
They are hags, but they do not have the hag stat block.
Yeah.
I will,
I'm assuming
Yes.
that they don't have the whatever the creepy things were that they always had. It's like the totem thingy, the
Oh.
bag, and yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the weird eye. So they are.
I used that once to punch a hole in an orc's chest because I just pulled it out of the bag. Like, oh, what's this? Catapult. She had just summoned it in against us.
Catch.
You might be able to. Might be a bit difficult.
I still think that I think our best port of action is to try and get to the castle and free Slavenair.
7 years.
We need to beat the hags, or at least one of them, in order to do that. 'Cause otherwise, they're just going to trap her again, surely.
Well, but that's
I mean-
again what I'm trying to say is I think maybe it was a close fight and they weren't able to do it because Slavenair didn't have anybody to help them. Whereas we can help with this one, and maybe they're so divided that it took them too much to come
I
together
mean,
the
there's nothing
first
to
time.
say we
But
can't.
they now have their own individual kingdoms that maybe they don't want to come together, and we can take them down one hag at a time.
I say because we know that I've already forgotten what the first one's bloody name was, and I've just looked at it. But we know that Baklava, is not on the best of terms with her sister Scabatha,
Yeah.
and that she was laughing at her discomfort and misfortune. So we can kind of get there and really put the needle in here.
I'll like spread the word, stir shit up, sort of thing.
Yeah. So
Big
kind
spoon in
of
this
get
problem.
them almost kind of coming to blows with each other and disrupt the whole thing.
Sibling rivalry. You know what she said about you? She said you're open.
Well, that's just it. Is I think that's kind of where they are at the moment. I think it
Yeah,
was
but I think
quite a lot for them to come together in the first place.
I think we could
She
probably
said
stir
you
it up a
can't
bit more.
rule to save your life.
Yeah, she was taking great delight to hear you were having problems with children.
Yeah, she said she could do it with her eyes shut.
Well,
I put my
Either way.
plan forward.
So Will wants to fight. He wants to rescue the rest of the kids that are currently
Yeah.
trapped.
Yeah.
Kids will get rescued
We can do that.
somehow.
Well, either way, I think we need to go to Loom Lurch and either stir the pot of sibling rivalry
They're no longer
and
suffering
then
if
the
they're
rest of the
dead.
kids.
They're saved, right?
Just, close the door of the factory, block the doors,
So
set it on fire.
yeah. Just ignore the screams.
Oh, it was a tragic industrial accident. Now she'll have health and safety come down on her.
Oh God, you don't want to mess with
Yeah.
HSE.
She'll never be able to open a factory again.
It's like the Joker in the Batman cartoon, the taxman. said he's, I'm not crazy enough to take on the taxman.
Even I'm not that evil.
Okay. Well, I tell you what we'll do. So it is coming sort of to the end of the evening.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you can all take a long rest. You will all level up to level 5, I believe.
It is indeed.
And then between now and next week, you can decide the best way of
Yeah.
approaching Scabatha.
I'm not
And we
going
will
to.
call it there.
I
for the
won't
week.
level